Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hello, and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody.
I am Amanada. Hello and happy Monday. Oh, it's going to be a doozy today. We both feel like death right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're going to get through it though. We're going to push through.
And we're wearing little ponytails in honor of our amazing guests today, Amy and Amanda, another Amanada from Little Miss Recap. So we're like Little Miss Recap, little piggy tails.
Little Miss Bunny.
Oh, I know. Amanda, you look spectacular and sunny. We have some stars in the sky in honor of Garrison for this episode. But yeah, we're going to blast through some housekeeping, get to real good hot topics, and an even better Brown Town with Little Miss Recap and a great episode ahead. So, Amanda, can you play us in for some housekeeping?
You know it, girl.
Well. I guess I should have asked you this ahead of time, but I'm thinking this week Girl Dinner is Eras, is our Eras tour.
You got it, yeah.
Yes. I like this little cover. I wish I was a good artist and all my little doodles were this artistic back in the day, but we're pulling out all the stops.
Joey, I said this on the Facebook group too. I love when you because you kind of really stay out of the social media thing. You're more of a voyeur, but you were definitely on one yesterday. Because you at one point said to me, "No, I'm seated and I'm working like Robyn was," and then you were like,
"Oh yes,
some sun," but then I was watching all the media come in, and I was like, "Oh, she is on it." You were you posted 2 Facebook posts. You posted made a background. You made a Little Miss Recap banner thing. I was like, she is doing it today. So I love it.
Okay. Yeah, I had some observations. So check out that Facebook group. Yeah. We Love to Hate Everything TV. You know where it is. So smash that as we go through what we got this week. On Girl Dinner, we have our Eras tour, which is basically us pulling out our memory bins, talking about things that we were into. I believe we talked about books we read.
Yeah, no, we didn't pull up memory bins, but we were talking about books. The different eras of girlhood we went through. Basically, all the different things we were doing instead of dating boys.
Well, I had my memory bin here, but hopefully you didn't see some photos. Coming up this week.
It's not tires. Tires in 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ, Amanda, what do we have up here? What oh my God.
I can tell you what it is in a second here. It's 90-day last resort. Save the last.
I thought we had that last week. I am so sorry. Last resort. Yes. Perhaps it's because my new setup, Sarah. She's like, what are you thinking? Yes, I did spend the weekend.
We're both sick.
We reorganized the room that we call the treehouse here. Because there are, what you don't see is an entire wall of windows, which are going to be heating me up. We're going to put the AC all the way down this year.
The sun spots as the sun changes locations. You'll get the black.
Well, I shifted to north in this window area, so hopefully it won't fly at me.
You got that. You got the boot lamp stitch behind you there.
I do. I have all my other stuff over here, so we'll do a full 360 tour at some time.
It could be a whole girl dinner just looking at Jody's room.
I do. I have a Lizzie's Heritage Inn set up. My
Yay!
towels, my apron. I have Vitiligo Ken is over there.
You got the banana mug.
I do. I have a banana somewhere back there, but this is probably no fun for our listeners. So I'll finish up with our housekeeping. Season 13, episode 5. Leon's big announcement. Please tell me that's the right one. You're looking at me like I have the wrong episode.
No,
I
was just, that face was me continuing to judge TLC for not being able to go and re-edit that on the title. It is still listed as Leon's dead name's last announcement. We're like the big announcement, or change the title because that has nothing to do with the whole episode at all.
Yeah, but no, it would just be too hard. Given 6 years of time, it's just not enough time. Check out our merch stores, Redbubble, Teespring. You know all the things. We got some great merch coming. Check out Patreon too. A little easy way to get some free merch along. Anything else I'm forgetting, Amanda?
Yeah, there's a couple of things I always forget to say. You can leave us a voicemail. It'll be in the show notes there. We can do another voicemail episode in a little bit. We have a few, or you can ask us questions, but the link is down there. It's SpeakPipe. You guys can figure it out. And also check out our TRP Patreon. We're horrible at promoting that. We should honestly promote it every week, but it's patreon.com/trpod. And that has all the COVID episodes that we did of TRP, like just the original, like first 200 episodes that we'd never moved over to our regular Patreon. Check it out over there. It's like $4 a month. And there's some good stuff. There's some pretty manic stuff back there because it was the COVID years and we were pumping out 2 episodes a week back then. It has things like Fat Camp and that's the only one I can think of. Right? Oh, probably my Forensic Files episode.
It absolutely is.
One's in there. You can't find that on this feed, guys. So go check that out. Give it some love. It's a good little dump of TRP over there. I think that's it.
Right. That's right.
Let's get into hot topics. Oh my god, I feel so awful right now. Okay. First of all, I don't know how. Not to get this isn't political, but someone sent me this on Instagram. I went to the Mikado this weekend with my dad, and it was a good night of community theater. Anyway, while I was there, a couple people sent me this TikTok about how I guess the U.S. The Trump administration might be wanting to get rid of the suicide crisis and mental health hotline. I don't know why, but if that is true, and also for Canadians that listen to us who are asking, we have a suicide hotline and Canada just opened it to be toll free for the US in case there is no US hotline. Here it is in Canada. It's 1-877-330-6366. I also have a banner for it, which we will play in the episode whenever we get to the kind of really shitty parts to watch here. We'll toss those up. So thank you, Canada. Even though I just got a message in my, I just got mail that I have to register for GST. Didn't think I was going to have to pay that since I'm making American government sales tax. So that's going to probably slap on another, $5,000 to my taxes that I owe for this week.
It's really cute. You give it like a cute little name. Our GST.
GST.
Just our little GST.
So anyway, that's a fun thing that I get to deal with after this. But you know what? Today it's just all Browns all the time. Okay, so that's it. That's it. What do we got? Or
you can call and text 988. At least for now. So check that out. Okay.
For now. What do we got?
Okay, speaking of TikTok, I know you got in on this because I started seeing this on TikTok. Didn't know what it was at first.
Yeah, I'm getting all the horny stuff. If you're seeing horny stuff on TikTok, you can trust I've already seen it.
Okay. Didn't know what this was. And then all of a sudden I started getting all of these national parks with beautiful video, but they were set to like, WAP, like not Tires WAP, which is going to be on in a couple weeks. What Ass Pussy? What were some of the other songs? What were some? I think I even saw like was it like a local park, but it was like Rock You Like a Hurricane or something. Like all these sexual songs. And from what I understand, you're going to have to tell it to me like it is. But from what I understand, there's this guy who makes adult content.
Okay.
And he all of a sudden woke up one day and was like, you're tagged and all this kind of stuff, Yellowstone National Park. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. He checks it out. And it's clips of him in one of his videos that they wove together with Yellowstone, because I think Yellowstone is doing like an FU Donald Trump because they lost funding. So they're just going full
his stuff. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. And then other national parks started doing the same thing. So now if you go to, for example, I think like, Monument National Park, if you go to their TikTok, everyone's just posted these wild kind of like sexual visit the Arches National Park. And it's like some dude fucking some chick. So anyway, check it out. It's great. What did you find?
Love that, social media teams nowadays, they have finally, whoever's been in charge of the social media team has finally been like, you know what, we're going to let Gen Z handle this, or at least like younger millennials. We're going to let you handle the social media, and we're giving you full reign to just be as unhinged as possible. Because I started noticing that a couple years
lost you.
What?
Oh no, I can't hear. I think it's my headphones. You keep going.
Are you sure? Am I still here, guys?
You keep going.
I don't think can you guys let me know in the comments?
I think it's me.
Okay, great. I started noticing a couple years ago that Wendy started posting really unhinged things, and about like commenting on they commented something shitty about Katy Perry the other day. Okay, good. I'm still here. They commented, they were shading Katy Perry the other day. And I kind of love this, where we're going. I love that we are going into a space where we're all making fun of each other again. Isn't that great? I think I love it. Okay. Next order of business. Jody's constantly having trouble with these headphones. She loves to wear the Bluetooth ones. Okay. Next on our list is the Karen Read trial, which I know nothing about. So I'm going to actually switch ahead to, this is the only other thing I actually know about, but I can talk about it. This week, for some reason, accompanied by Larry Mushnick, who is like one of the producers of Teen Mom, whatever travesty this is happened. Farrah Abraham, Janelle Evans, and Ashley, I don't know what her last name is. Is it Brown? It might be Brown. Met at some Mexican restaurant, got tacos. They were being filmed. And for some reason, Larry Mushnick was there. And for some reason, I don't know what this is about. These three do not like each other, but I feel like it's going to be like some kind of spinoff or something. And it's really just the Teen Mom rejects. I don't really understand what they're doing here, but like, come on. Janelle is like the worst person on earth. All these three do is shade each other in all of the comments. And I feel like they're going to put this on the show, or they're going to promote some kind of weird show where the three of these rejects just hang out with each other. But anyway, I guess I'm going to call Jody right now and see, because I don't know anything about the Karen Read trial, and I don't know anything about this documentary that she put on here. So just give me a second here. I'm going to call her, see what she's doing here. Jody, you guys can hear? It's okay.
Babe?
Yeah, what's up? We're on live here, so don't say anything bad.
I know. Yeah, I know. I put a message up on the screen hoping that you would see it.
Okay, what's happening? Okay, what are you doing?
I'm trying to reconnect my earphones here.
Oh, is that it?
See the message I put up on the screen? Yes. So let me pop out, and then I'm going to come right back in. But I wanted to answer your call because I heard you and I'm listening to you.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
I'm here. I'll keep talking to you as I
Oh yeah.
I'll keep talking. I'll report on Karen Read.
Do that. Okay.
You throw up the pics. I'm reporting.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so you throw them. So here's what's going on. It is going on right now. Detective Buchanan, who is Detective Proctor's boss, okay? He was Proctor's boss. As we know, doctor, you guys, was fired because he was talking about Karen Reed, where's her nude pics, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm looking at StreamYard now. I'm trying to get back in. Let's see if it lets me. Okay, so he has been on the stand since, I want to say, Thursday. And the defense, Jackson, has just been like going in on him, right? Oh, hold on, this is not wanting to do this. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. So he's been like really putting Buchanan up for it, right? Like, who made these reports? Well, obviously it's Proctor, but like he can't really do that because then it's showing everyone that like, oh yeah, the investigation was flawed, and as we know, that's their whole case, right?
Yeah.
So Buchanan has been up there. He's been losing his temper, Amanda, and as you know, you can't do that on the stand, right?
Sure.
Everyone understands you can't do that on the stand. Okay, so now this morning, the last thing I saw, I'm sure other people can kind of like give us the report.
Everyone is saying that it sounds like you're like there at the trial and you're calling in with like an anonymous like report.
I mean, what a dream come true.
I
wouldn't be there. I would not be there with a Karen Reed pink shirt. I would just be in a bush taking notes. Okay. So, actually, now everyone gets to see how StreamYard is a big freaking pain in the ass. Why is it not identifying this? Okay. I am here, Amanda. Please don't hate me. Don't be afraid. I am coming. I promise. StreamYard just doesn't want to identify my headphones. So we're back on to Karen Reed. Okay. We're focusing.
I just don't have the energy to even be funny or anything right now.
I'm trying desperately, everyone. I swear to God. I'm trying to report Karen Reed and do something technological. Okay, so let me get to this. Brian Higgins. So there has been exchanges that have been shared between Karen, who is dating John, the dead cop that, we're trying to figure out who did it, and Brian Higgins. Brian Higgins has not gotten on the stand yet in this trial. So he testified in the first one, not the other one. The other important thing to know is that the jurors don't know that there has been a previous trial. So the only thing that people are allowed to say are like, so you testified in an earlier proceeding, you testified this. So the jurors can't know that there's been a mistrial because then that can affect this trial. Then, switching USB, we just got this morning, and maybe people can let us know in the comments because now we're recording, we're not sure. But there's some sort of video I have not seen of Brian Higgins like arriving at the police station and like brushing off his car before and after all of these events happened. So I don't know if that means that like he knows something or he was at the police station and he wasn't supposed to be, or what the deal is with that. But something's up with Brian Higgins. I believe it's new.
Okay.
It
really does sound like you're like when Sarah Koenig like went to the retrial that Adnan did, and like Asia McClain was there, and like Sarah Koenig reported like this. So this is actually what this exactly sounds like. I'm currently trying to Amy's here, by the way. Amy says he was at the station later than what he said, but that's not new information. Yeah, I'm trying to not puke. So the second you come back on screen, I'm gonna like head out for a second. But how you doing over there?
I am frantically trying to reconnect. And you know what? If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna, do what I need to do because I am really a woman who doesn't need a man to help me with technology. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna try to come in like this. So hang tight.
Okay.
I'll be in. Let me see. You know what? You want to stay on with me and we can see what happens here?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is great. This is great.
How about you just take your headphones out and like don't use your headphones for this?
That's No, that's what I'm doing. Okay, I am going to have to. I might have to like unmute myself, or else this is going to go crazy. So hold on.
Oh my God. Oh, she just hung up on me. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, wait, here she is. Oh my God. Hello. Hello. You're further. You're there. Hello. Talk.
Hello.
Oh, thank you, God.
Am I echoey?
Yeah, you're good.
Guys, wow. My perimenopausal sweat has turned into like a full body, head to toe puddle on the ground. As I'm staring at like Amy and Amanda, like, oh, who are these like unprofessional people? Amanda, you go take a break. And
Okay.
I'll take it from here. Poor Amy and Amanda, we'll welcome you in just a second in Browntown. Major technological issues. My beats have just decided to die halfway through the show. So we're going to take it from here. I've been talking about Karen Reed. Here's my thing with her. In the past days since we recorded last, so I think Thursday, Friday, this morning, I still think there could be a chance that she did hit him, of course, but there should not be a trial because, as we know, nothing was investigated or evidence kept properly. Nothing was done right. So yes, my beats have stopped beating. Okay, so let's jump into the rehearsal. If you're not watching this, last couple things, you need to be watching this on HBO because it is, honest to God, Amanda, if you are not sick enough to jump in here, it honest to God is one of the most, I don't know, just like most creative, well-produced. And I'd love to hear what Nathan finally says about like the freedom he was given. Because I think they gave him a lot of leeway.
He got an actual pilot's license for this season.
To do it. Wow. That's something.
And I feel like when I watch it, I can't even let myself like really think about too many things too hard, because if I think of things too hard, then it gets his layers are just so get deeper and deeper and deeper. So it's like overwhelming. And now Jody's frozen. I'm really going to lose my fucking mind right now. Is anyone else watching the rehearsal? Because in this most recent episode, I don't even know if I should like spoil it, but Nathan has like this theory that, the whole theory is that like he's trying to help accidental plane crashes based on the fact that he's found out that it seems like in a lot of commercial plane crashes, the co-pilot is too nervous to speak up or say that they don't agree with the captain's decision. So that's kind of the overarching idea of this. But in this episode, he starts right out. Like, if you guys want to just jump in, you probably can just to episode 3, but I would watch episode 1 and 2. Episode 3 begins with him talking about Miracle on the Hudson, which is something that me and Jody have been obsessed with forever. Like, we will always, we'll bring it up weekly to each other, Miracle on the Hudson. So he's talking about Sully, and you got to push past this kind of weird part of the beginning, because like Nathan decides to reenact Sully's entire life by reading his autobiography, and so that he can really put himself in the headspace of how he was able to save this plane crash from happening. And in the audio recording of the crash, the cockpit, there's 23 seconds of silence. And at the end of the 23 seconds, he says to the co-pilot, any ideas? And the co-pilot says, no, actually not. But I'm not going to give away anything, but like where he plants that little seed, and then where it comes in the end, like the resolution of like what his little theory is, the way I burst out laughing, like I don't remember the last time I truly burst out laughing at just TV before. It was just like a guttural, visceral guffaw of something he just read in the book that he pulled out, and it like makes sense. And it's just so, he's such a genius. And like, I don't know how anyone could even have this concept. And I just really got to hand it to Max for giving him like all the money and shit to produce this, because the money that went into this is crazy. Okay. So that's, I got through that without puking. So we're good. I'm going to, if it's okay, Amy and Amanda, can I bring you guys in now? Is that all right? Okay, thank you. I'm going to bring them in and see how our girls are doing. Everyone, you guys all know them and love them. This is Little Miss Recap. They are another amazing, fabulous group of girlies over there that are talking about Teen Mom and just a bunch, they're throwing snark at a lot of reality shit. They put an episode this morning, in fact, about this episode that we're going to recap in a little bit. And they're just amazing. And one of them's name is Amanda. So let me let them in here. Say hello to Little Miss Recap. Yay!
Hey, girl.
Hey, girls.
Amanda, hey, girl. Hey.
Are you and I being in the same space going to be like a matter, antimatter thing?
I don't think so, because I have been deigned, I've been given the name Amanada, and you have the proper name Amanda.
I actually, funny thing, years ago, friends of mine's mom got married in the wedding program I was involved, and she spelled my name Amanada.
So
too many A's. People get confused. There's a lot of A's to begin with.
I would go with like an Armada.
Armada. I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I like that too.
Yes, it was the most popular name in 1988. It's truly one of the most common female
names. I mean, I'm an Amy, so.
Right. Well, your name is spelled crazy.
Well, I did that.
Okay.
It's AMY. I added that E on there. Yeah.
Love it. But like I mean, the fact that Aurora messed it up, but it does look beautiful. The calligraphy that she uses is very beautiful. Hello, kitty. Amanda has a kitty.
Yes, this is Leo. Pope Leo. We are now referring to him as. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the Pope. He's a very busy guy now, but he has time to be here with us. Right, bud?
Jody says her internet is down.
Oh, good times.
Listen, I need to weigh in on this Karen Reed stuff. I appreciated Jody's courthouse reporting, but I was like, let me in there. Let me in there. Yuri Buchanan on that stand was a nightmare. Have you been watching the trial?
I'm not. Are you, Amanda?
No.
God.
I get downloads from her.
He is like just being a total asshole. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's being a total dick bag, and it is not looking good. And they are just going to destroy him on the stand. Higgins. So as far as I know, there are rumors out there that Higgins may flip. We don't know.
Really?
We don't know. That's Jody Weber believes that might be what happened. She's not sure. She has no inside information, being very clear there. It's just a hunch. She's like, he's the only one who's not connected by family to these people.
Okay.
And he has a lot to lose. He has that sweet, government pension, and he has a lot to lose if he gets caught up.
The guy that she had a crush on?
That she may or may not have been banging.
They had the text messages back and forth, and
also, as far as sexting goes, it's not very. They weren't very. They were like PG.
It wasn't great. They could do better.
No, it wasn't like, can you come over and put your P in my V, or let me show you my T's and A's. It was none of that.
No pictures or anything.
No.
Okay. All right. So, is there any chance she's getting found guilty? Amy?
Listen, Karen Reed. We could have at this point. We could have video by somebody just walking by, passerby, taking a video of Karen Reed getting out of the car, beating John O'Keefe with a baseball bat and leaving him for dead, and she still shouldn't be found guilty because
they have fucked
the
this
investigation was so flawed, so biased. Yeah. There's no way that there's so much reasonable doubt here. And of course, I'm joking. I don't think she hit him personally.
Someone up here in the comments, but I've been saying this from day one, is it should have ended with the red Solo cups. Oh, Jody's back. I was I had already let myself just accept that I was just going to be doing this for the next 2 hours, and
it's going to be fine.
I can wipe this up. I am so sorry, ladies.
It's okay, girl.
Like you, Jody. I have to say, as soon as you said you were in a perimenopause sweat fest, I had to turn on my fan because I joined you in that. I'm here with you. We are one and the same.
No idea.
Yes.
I'm about 23 days late. My longest stretch yet. So this is
good
really
girl. This could be the beginning of the end.
I was on a 35-day cycle. Then it came 2 days ago, and then it was just like clear, like it was just nothing, and then now it's gone.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right,
but you have to start that clock over again.
Oh, I don't even. I got rid of the app, honestly, because I'm like, I don't need you notifying me every day that I'm late, because I've already taken 2 pregnancy tests in the past 3 months, and I'm just done. I'm done. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Amanda. I owe you a fruit basket or something. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Our internet was out. At least I saw
fruit.
like 2 or 3 other people who are outside in my neighborhood working, like go in. And I was like, oh, okay, it's not just mine. Like everyone's is going on. Okay.
Jody, did you hear me talking about Brian Higgins?
Yes.
What are your thoughts there?
I mean, the only thing about him that I feel badly for, and I hate that I do, but that has to be mortifying, because he experiences the same thing I would say most women do, where they're like, wait, why do you like me? Is this a joke? Are you making fun of me?
I know.
Like, no.
Yeah.
However, something's up. And he did keep talking to her, and this is his like sort of buddy, whatever. Something happened. Clearly something happened.
Do you think he's going to flip?
Oof.
Wait, sorry. Whose side is he on right now?
They are all against Karen.
They're all in the prosecution.
All against Karen?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
Oh, why would
no one has flipped at this point.
He should flip. I mean, I'm sure she's the only woman who's ever sent him sex before.
There is no way that all of these people are going to be able to keep this secret and the story straight. No way.
Oh my God. Maybe I'll start watching now.
No way.
Oh, I love the drama.
I mean, Karen, the thing is though, like I was wondering, or I guess I should ask you ladies, what do you think about Karen's her flirting with Higgins?
Like now or when it was happening? Because now she's flirting with Alan Jackson. So that's a different thing.
She flirts with everybody.
Yeah. She's just, she's like an Amy Archer. She can't.
It's
like a I just can't stop.
Yeah, she's so tiny, and she's like, there's something.
Well, I don't have that problem,
Karen.
but she is. She's very flirty. I don't know.
Lame.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. I think she was clearly just doing it to make John O'Keefe jealous. That's it.
Right. But like, is that, I've never had to, or maybe I'm such a pleaser, or like the Catholic Church really did a number on me growing up. But I thought she came across like kind of cold and mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But she's cold in everything.
Yeah, like, but he's still so like, he's still so eager or wanting to believe her, but she's not giving him anything.
She's way out of his league.
She's way out of his league. He is punching above his weight with her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lena says it's too late for Higgins to flip because he'll lose his job.
But I wonder if he wouldn't lose his pension. I think the pension is going to be the big. I know nothing of this world of pensions. Okay, don't look at me. But from what Jody Weber said, she believes that the pension is, they collect like a large amount of their salary for the rest of their lives. I have a friend who works for the SEC. She's a lawyer, and she can retire and get 80% of her salary and her benefits for the rest of her life.
Nice.
Do you know, did Proctor get to keep his?
Oh, I don't know. But he wasn't FBI, right?
No, he's
state police. That might be different.
I mean, I'm sure they still have a pension.
Higgins is federal though. He's ATF, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'm sure state police still have a nice pension.
Yeah.
But
his wife.
And it's Massachusetts, so I'm sure. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and you really like, what do you get? Like, you got to stand by your man, like, oh, he was just locker room talk. Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
Do you think that, I don't know, what does Karen do after this?
Write disappear.
Books?
Like the surreal life?
I don't think she writes a book.
No.
I think Amanda's right. She needs to lay low.
Yeah, she needs to disappear.
She can't do a Gypsy Rose. That's for goddamn sure.
No.
I was thinking she could do like reality shows, like Traitors.
No, we don't want to see I'm
No.
Karen Reed. Should I vote yes for red, blue for no,
Blue for
red
no.
for yes, blue for no?
No, she cannot actually be out in the world in a public way anymore because that will just further destroy her image, which is already pretty destroyed because she
I
comes
thought
across
she was
as
like
so
a
cold.
hero, or is it like Gypsy
Well-
Rose, where everyone was like, "Yay, Gypsy!" and then she got out of jail.
Right,
And everyone
she's-
was like, "Oh."
Like most women, she's a hero as long as she's not acting inappropriate.
As long as she's doing what
a
people
way,
want.
right?
As long as
Or a
she's
way
not
that we
too
don't want them to.
powerful. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't it something though? Just because she's tiny and skinny and petite, even though she's downright dismissive of Higgins, he's still like, so you're telling me there's a chance? That's all you need is like,
She's
below
hot.
a size 8. And
Mhm.
you know,
I have no
whisper
idea of
something
that
in my
life,
ear.
Jody. I don't know
Oh,
that
I
life.
don't-
I've never
don't
known that
either.
life.
You guys don't need to know your sizes as long as you just stick to like small, medium, large.
Mm.
I haven't bought like numbered pants since I can remember.
Mm.
You gotta go
No.
stretchy all the way. Buttons? What's a
I
button?
mean, I live in leggings, so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't do
look
hard
good to
pants.
Gear up for the 2 hours a day that I podcast.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all you need
Oh,
to do.
you don't even want to see like waist down what's going on.
There's real janky pants going on down here.
Oh yeah, I've
Fine.
been wearing the same pants for 3 days. So
I have recently discovered Kohl's leggings with the pockets.
Oh, it's a
like-
game changer.
Oh,
It's life-changing.
Pocket
really?
leggings are a game changer.
Mhm.
Oh,
Now, where are
hey.
the pockets? Are they on the legs?
Yeah.
The outer
Yeah.
thigh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of
They're
you
up
can
high,
put
like-
your hands right down into them. It's
Oh,
really
see,
nice.
that's cute. If they're on the outer thigh, I can't wear those because my thighs already have like a.
Oh, girl, so do mine. So do mine. And then I just have a phone outline. Who cares?
Mhm.
Yeah, everyone else here in the chat
That's
is
smart.
with me here. No,
Yeah.
elastics only, ladies.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Only good thing COVID brought in is just like
Mhm.
elastic pants, 24 hours a day. You're fine.
We don't
Again,
dress anymore. and that's fine.
another example of how my life changed in no way when COVID happened. All my money went away.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about girls? Did you watch SNL, or do you want to just get right into Browntown?
I didn't watch SNL.
I did not watch
no,
it.
no. This is a very popular thing. Amanda and I are probably the only 2 people on earth that still watch SNL.
I don't have
because we're
cable.
hoping someday it might get good again.
Oh,
It will. It goes in fits and
it ebbs and
starts.
flows.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you. This was a good episode with Walton
Oh,
Goggins.
my
Oh,
boyfriend.
Amy.
Oh, okay.
Amy, you are going.
Okay.
You will
He's hot.
if you watch this episode because it's a Mother's Day episode. Listen to this shit. I think this was a really smart thing to change his image because you know how he's going through all that drama with like possibly and probably having an affair with the
stupid.
co-star.
Yeah.
This Mother's Day episode, he went on. He did a great monologue where he was just very funny and comfortable, and then he goes, I want to thank my mom and my grandmother and all the women in my life who raised me. And when my mom was, when we had nothing else to do, my mom would take me out to some place, like dancing place, and we would clog together. We would go out clogging together.
Wow.
Then he fucking points out, oh, and my mom's here in the audience, brings her up on stage, and they end the monologue by
adorable.
clogging.
Oh my God, that is adorable.
Look how hot he is there. Jesus.
Look how hot and look how happy she is. I mean,
Yes.
even if he was
Okay.
having an affair, I would
Okay.
totally
He's
like
little
be-
baby Bob baby Billy. Oh my God, I couldn't get that out.
Baby Billy Bob Thornton.
Baby Billy.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I mean, this sketch was. I mean, this was the best SNL episode in years. Every single episode was pretty laugh out loud. This is probably. They're announcing all the people that are leaving next week. Most likely
Oh.
Colin Jost because he was in the opening sketch, and Mikey Day is probably leaving because Mikey Day had this thing on Update where it just seemed like the kind of thing that he's pitched a million times, and then finally Lauren was like, you know what, you can do this, and it's just him going up and him being like, I'm here to talk about tariffs, and he's like, sorry, I walked through a spider web back there. So, and then he just he does this whole thing where he's like, I feel like it's on me. And then he just stands up and he just freaks out and he takes off his shirt and that's the end of the sketch. And it just seemed kind of like a goodbye. Like we're going to give this to him. Walton Goggins is this sketch was hilarious. It's him out as the waiter at a Mother's Day brunch, and he's making, how waiters will like flirt with the moms.
Yes.
They're like, we're going to give you a good tip. And he's like, don't worry, ladies, I already got a good tip. And it was like really dirty. And I was just loving it. So if anyone wants to jump into SNL at any point, this is a good starting point. And Amy, if you love Walton Goggins, you're going to be,
I'll have to watch. This was my first exposure to him. I had never watched Righteous Gemstones. So when I saw him on White Lotus, I'm like, guys, I'm really into that kind of dirty guy. Yeah. And I couldn't figure out, like, I was like, am I digging the hair? Am I not? What's happening there? He won me over very quickly.
There's nothing to not like about him on here. Yeah. So check out SNL. And really, I guess lastly, we can still hit the hot topics here. I brought in Amy and Amanda early. That's why.
Yeah, thank you. And sorry again. Like,
that's okay. I just want to say, I have a hard stop at 2. You have me for 20 minutes.
Okay, love you.
Yeah,
okay.
That's okay. I have a stupid day job that like makes me do stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a free for all shit show over here.
I love it.
Come back in an hour if you want.
Do we want to talk Browns? Do we want to talk Browns?
Yeah. Let's get into Browns.
Let's get into Browntown. Let's fucking go.
So, yeah. First things first.
Wait, Jody.
Oh God, I'm so sorry, Amanda.
Browntown. Everything's waiting for poo.
Okay.
That's going to be me. The second this is over, that's going to be me on the toilet.
Oh,
there we go. Talking about this particular morning in therapy for the next 2 years. So
no, actually, once you put in the chat, my spectrum says it's out. I felt just a calm, like it was like just a wave of calm. Like, this is going to happen, and that's
this is just where we are.
Yeah. This is what my life will be, and I will live, hopefully, to.
Anyway, I just want to throw this up because I found this old throwback photo of Mary and her hat. Of any
her Stonehenge, bless her little heart.
What does a mother look like? A mother looks like a woman who's wearing a hashtag t-shirt and a cool hat that says Stonehenge. 3000
that kind of looks like a MAGA hat. If you
I thought it was a MAGA hat.
I did for a second too. I was like,
can't wear that hat anymore.
It wouldn't shock me, but I didn't see her wearing the hat.
Right.
Waited her whole life to go to Stonehenge and got this cool hat.
The red one.
Okay. And Cody's like, you like Stonehenge? And I thought she was going to go over the table at him.
Yes.
And that was a very relatable moment for me. Like if my husband was like, oh, you like whales? I think I would just murder him on the spot.
Yeah, men, right? Am I right?
Okay. So a couple of things I wanted to cover from this episode because we have you here and just first of all, I was afraid for that little blonde girl that we don't know.
I feel like Ari was like facing off with her there
in that shop. I know a hungry gal. This is little Jody right here. Ariel is little Jody right here. And I know she's like, what kind of ice cream does that bitch have? And is there any left? Because I'm getting the rest.
Do not get between me and the ice cream.
Is Brianna taller than them? Is Brianna taller than them?
A disclaimer here really quickly. We're going to snark on these people today. So get ready in the chat. And hopefully Amy and Amanda, you're willing to get a little snarky here.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Great. Here, let's do it.
We don't go too hard. I do call her Areola because that's what I started calling her back in 2015 when I was watching this before anyone talked to her. I was like, wait, is it Ari or Ariella? And then they call her Ari, but it's
I call her something different every time.
Yeah.
Amanda has to correct me all the time.
I named her that.
Sorry. Yeah, I do think Brianna and Aurora are taller than them. But also I wanted to point out that apparently Saul cannot read because Robyn needs to point out what the letters put together mean.
No, you're incorrect there. What she is pointing out is which ice cream flavors have the most iron content
because he needs
blood is real low.
Yeah.
He
is a 17th century ghost. His name is Casper. He just floats around the McMansion. This child needs something. Because he is ghostly white.
He needs nutrients. She's like, I think you should get that ice cream. Which ice cream has a high iron content? Gross.
Yeah,
but
liver ice cream.
You need that liver ice cream.
We found out this week that Saul, and we're not even going to say the source. Solomon is on the STEM team in his school.
Oh, I believe
Good
that.
for him. Yeah, I
I
believe
believe
that.
that.
STEM
Katy
kid.
Perry went to space because she couldn't wait to learn STEM. So I bet she's real
Wow.
excited.
Eamon Lee
too.
was in STEM, as was Adnan.
Mm.
It all goes back. To
I
STEM.
mean, I have strong thoughts on STEM. I don't know if we're taking this detour, but as an English major, the arts and humanities have been gutted in favor of
Yes.
STEM. So I'm not a huge fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
STEM's important, but other things are too.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. We need arts and humanities.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is pretty
Yeah.
progressive.
Yeah.
So really
Oh,
quick, just
Oh,
Kody, mansplaining what.
okay. I'm
Signs
gonna say a
are-
hot take right now.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Amanda, please put that picture back up, or Jody, whoever's
Oh,
controlling.
it's
it.
all Jerry.
If you cut his head off,
Oh no.
Cody doesn't have terrible physique.
No, he doesn't.
Amanda Lipnack-Radel, what do you think?
I agree. No, he doesn't have bad physique. When he was a younger guy, he was not a bad looking guy, but
You got to
whatever's
cut his head
happening-
off. You got to
the
cut his
head-
head off.
The head hair situation.
Six-pack
and,
abs, though.
and
For
who
his
he
age,
is ruins
for his
everything.
age, he looks very good.
For his age, thank you.
But
yes.
Everything
Yes,
he
sure.
is ruins him.
Like if you took
Yes.
his head off and put like Smoke Show Billy Bob Thornton on there, I would
Walt
be into
Goggins. Yeah. Okay.
No. I mean,
Actually,
I
I
understand
might
why you
say-
went there, but no.
I might say I would prefer a Kody bod than a Walton Goggins bod
Oh,
because
okay.
if there's a fire in the middle of the night, I'm carrying Walton out.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah,
able to
fair.
I'm
I'm-
not pulling out jeans in a
You don't
want to.
want to lie your head against his rib cage
Yes.
at night.
It's not a good cuddle. I'm telling you right now, it is
No.
not a good cuddle.
I
and I need a
disagree.
good cuddle.
I cuddle with somebody with the Walton Goggins
You don't
body
cuddle
every
with
night.
him. You don't cuddle. You say you don't.
Yeah, we don't really.
You keep
cuddle.
him warm.
Hot, it's
sure.
too hot. We're in our
They're warm.
40s. It's hot. I'm hot
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
Hey, mid cuddle time recently, I had a hot flash, and my husband was like, "Oh God, what's wrong with you?" And I'm like, I'm just having a hot flash.
Is
Yeah.
Ari picking her nose there?
Yeah, I think she's still.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what. Yeah, Jody.
Not just-
Jody can
Not
always
just
catch.
picking.
Dig it. Oh
She
no.
wants to
Oh,
look, make sure it's a
no.
good one first, and then lower
Oh,
right
no.
corner, she's going back for seconds. Okay.
Oh no.
Poor thing. Aw.
Now-
I was more focused on her eyes
Poor
rolling
thing.
right out of her face.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was a teacher many years, and every teacher's got their things, and mine is nose picking. I taught fourth grade.
I was a
Lord.
nose picker. I'm going to say that right now.
I was
so
too
was
when
I.
I was a kid.
Like,
Yep.
So was I.
fully.
Yep.
Because I think we're all. It's like an anxious thing. People were
I
saying.
had
Yeah.
a teacher
Sure.
in second
like,
grade. I had a
everything.
teacher stop the class and tell me to stop picking my nose.
Oh, for you.
no.
I'm sure you never lived that down.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't do that, but I would bring a box of tissues and just like put them on the counter, like kind of behind.
Would you
just
like a
little
tissue?
gentler.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is there something I can help you with here?
But here's the thing. This isn't the first time one of Robyn's girls has gotten a hankering for a booger.
Yeah, Aurora did when they were. when she
Aurora
was
is a
little.
big booger picker. So I
Okay.
just
The boat episode.
now what makes me wonder about this though, because you might say, Jody, God, you're such an asshole for pointing that out. But am I? Or is the camera person who filmed
I mean, that is
it?
true. Because
Listen.
Kody wasn't doing anything that was interesting there. Like, it seemed like they could have used hours of footage of him waxing
Zoomed
poetic
in.
stuff.
Zoomed in on him, but they
Mhm.
did.
They're-
Mhm.
The editors seem to be reminding us, hey, y'all hate them. Y'all don't like Dabsark. We know you're all
My-
sad and everything, but Dabsark, we don't like them.
Gotcha.
My
We're
last
still not in.
observation was the
Oh, let me take the comment down.
Oh, yeah.
There you
were the sandals. So I noticed that
Oh.
Areola and Robyn
Oh,
and
matching sandals.
either Brianna or Aurora are wearing the matching sandals. So in my mind, they looked like Tory Burch sandals, which I know are expensive because I have a
I don't
baby
even know what that
sister-in-law who
means.
used to wear
Yes.
them.
I've never heard of that either.
Yeah, I know what
that's
they
what
are.
I thought they were. They're
If
not.
Skechers doesn't make them, I don't know.
You're
They're
right.
Michael
Amazon.
Kors from
Okay.
last season, and actually they're on sale now for $95. Last season, when this would have filmed, they were $135 each.
Amanda.
Now, I just think
Wow.
for a child,
That's ridiculous.
and it's not as if like they were Aurora and Brianna's, you pass them down. This is a child wearing
Jody,
leather
they're
sandals.
he's spending $4K on Valentine's Day gifts.
Yeah.
Wild.
$200
So this
shoes
is where
are
I'm like, you know
nothing
what,
for these people.
whatever he is paying for Truly's child support, it should be quadruple
It's not enough.
that.
It's not enough.
No.
I am dying to know that.
But that just showed me the kind of spending. Like it is
it's
a specific
ridiculous
kind of mother that would buy that for their
Short-term.
child.
Like such a short-term thing with and Ari is, if any child is growing quickly,
Yeah,
it's
that child is a weed. Every time we see her, I feel like she's 3 feet taller.
she's pulling all of Saul's nutrients.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's some, what is it, TTS, the twin transfusion syndrome or whatever?
Twin-to-twin
That's
transfer
happening
or something, yeah.
outside of the womb. It's happening now.
Powerful.
Osmosis, yeah. Calories by osmosis.
Mhm.
Can
And
I get one
just
of those?
thought,
Can I get me one of those?
no. I could be, I would be a legendary donor.
Yeah.
And now the other thing was, and I know you guys have kind of mentioned that everyone's talked about this, was that Brianna's weird, like facial reactions or her, I don't think it's like a facial tick thing. I really think it's a socialization thing. Like you're just not around other people enough to realize that how you're acting.
We talked about this on our Patreon because I was like, some of her facial expression looks like some facial tics that I will make, but it's not. It's kind of she'll make the faces when she's kind of in character. Do you know what I mean? Okay, yes.
Yeah.
But like
I have not really noticed this, but I hear a lot of people talking.
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
I've
Robyn
noticed
does
it.
it too. In the earlier seasons when Robyn was attempting to create a personality, she would kind of do a lot of like weird, like over the top.
Maybe it's just being uncomfortable in front of the camera. Like if you're sitting there and you know the camera's on you, like I could see being like, you know, just kind
you
of
you look like a normal person there with a normal expression that other people use.
I think Brianna's just an uncomfortable kid.
Yeah.
Amy thinks she's going to break out.
I think she's going to break out. I call her Fiona Apple. I think she's going to just break right out of this whole thing.
Oh, break out of the. I thought you meant like break out and
Nope.
like act.
No, she's out.
Like she's going to leave and like hook up with a Walton Goggins looking guy on a motorcycle and ride off and never come back.
Aurora might marry Kody.
Aurora is gonna marry into the cult and do exactly what Robyn wants and host every Easter Sunday dinner and have Christmas and have 2.5 kids and a dog
more like
and a
6
picket
kids.
fence. She's just gonna do everything Robyn wants her to do.
God, and then Robyn will be Alice. It all goes back to Alice. Me and Jody have spent a lot of our
Alice created this monster and it went from there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think she I just think Robyn is rotten at her core. But here's the thing, like I don't think she is an evil. I just think she's just rotten. She's just like a deeply selfish person because she was never raised to think any different.
Right.
Yeah.
And self-involved. Yeah.
Never done anything selfless. Nothing has never done anything non-self-serving.
Yeah,
Becky, I agree. I think Brianna is trolling Kody.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't have the energy. She doesn't have the iron either, or the muscle mass. Let's get into kind of some social media stuff here. Really quickly.
Oh boy.
Okay. I don't know if you guys saw any of this, but okay. It was a slow week. Obviously, the Garrison episode was last week, but Janelle posted right after the episode a picture of her and Garrison, and she said, "Thank you for everyone for the amazing messages of love and support." And she said, "It's taken a while to accept the fact that in the end, we did everything we could. Yeah. Sometimes the mind convinces someone there's no hope, even when all the evidence says otherwise. Being in Flagstaff this past week brought a deep awareness of how much I need this new chapter somewhere different." Yes, thank God she moved to North Carolina.
I'm so happy she has this. Yeah.
Everywhere I looked, I could see traces of Garrison. I'm so thankful for all of my children and especially for my grandbabies. They are truly life-giving. And because of my faith, I know I'll be reunited with Garrison one day. That promise brings me immense comfort. So that was lovely. We just missed that last week.
It was lovely, and I'm glad that we're sort of leaning into the narrative that they've done everything they could. I mean, if you think about it,
yes, you have to.
You know, this young guy had 17 siblings, 5 parents, 6 nieces and nephews. Like he had people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But like, she's right. Sometimes that's not enough. And I'm sure everybody did what they could do. And I really hope that no one is running around blaming anybody in this family. But
no, I think, and I think it's good for the audience to hear that from Janelle, because I think everyone is we're like, immediately we were like, we hope that Janelle doesn't take blame for this. So
yeah. And I hope Kody doesn't either, because even though Kody probably contributed to the mental health deterioration that he faced, it's not a single issue.
No, it's
you know what I
never
mean?
one thing.
There's so much more to it.
Well, let me tell you, Amy, I don't think Kody does feel guilty as it turns out, because no changes have been made in the past year. And I'll leave it at that. But Janelle posted a picture of her dog.
I love this dog.
Little Brinny Brin.
I love that dog too.
Yeah.
The little blep is killing me.
Oh, so cute. She said, picking up my girl from boarding. Usually Maddie and Savannah keep her while I'm gone, but this time I was gone during finals week and countdown to end of the school year for the kiddos. I was so happy to pick her up today, and she was happy to see me. I love her little gray face so much.
So cute.
So cute.
She picks the dogs. She chooses.
Picks the dog. She picks the kids.
Yep.
That's the right choice.
Janelle also says, Santa Fe photo dump. I didn't grab the pictures, but grateful to have friends who make arrangements to a cake to be delivered to the restaurant to celebrate your birthday, because it was Janelle's birthday last week. Got it. That was a rough couple months after Garrison.
Yeah.
Santa Fe has so many amazing historical things to see in the area. It was rainy, but we tried to go and see and do anyway. Taos Pueblo shouldn't be missed. No pictures, but the History Museum changed my perspective on the area. The Laredo Chapel and the Miraculous Staircase, and finally the San Miguel Mission, thought to be the oldest church in America. And then Tata Farms says, happy birthday, we love you. Tata Farms was posting all this stuff about Mother's Day all week.
Love it.
Let's get a little zanier.
No, are we going over to Salty Birches?
No, Salty Birches didn't do anything this week, unfortunately, but we did get that cool joke in the episode where Mary didn't know what carpet matches. But when that started happening, I was like, no.
Oh,
no.
Stop.
They're still laughing. They're still laughing. She's going to explain it now. No, Christine, David, and Truly went from trip into the.
Amanda, are y'all hot for David? My Amanda?
No.
Just going out to Moab.
He needs a shrimp room. It's gonna go search shrimp room.
My wife.
Everyone else has voices too.
Sunglasses.
Yeah, we all have David voices.
Yeah, we got decimated. I can really do without the David voice. All right, well, don't listen to any podcast then.
Yeah,
I think Dr. Adam probably has a David voice. Anyway, here's they love having adventures with these two. Truly looks like she loves it too. Godly Valley is beautiful.
So sunburned.
Here then. Make sure you scroll to see David's amazing video. Don't worry, guys. I took some screenshots. Here's David's being so funny.
Wow, that is silly.
Here's the video is David doing this little dancey. I know, like, you know how his friend did that striptease for him, and it was funny because he was acting all early. Yeah. Here's David on this canyon. He's dancing around and doing a little.
Oh wow! I did see this. I did see this. Yeah,
I think he has a personality. I think he has a personality not on camera. I think he's uncomfortable on camera.
Okay, me and Jody have said they do genuinely find each other funny. And that's all anyone can ask for in life.
Yeah, they're a good match.
Genuinely happy, and I'm happy she has somebody through all of this.
Yes, me
and
too.
Somebody's gone through something like this.
Me too.
Sure. Last few things here. These are my favorite things. McKelty posted this video on Mother's Day. Did you see this?
No.
And it had music playing, so I couldn't do a video. But it's 2 shots of this is my favorite view. So this is McKelty looking at her, watching them grow. Hashtag daddy daughter.
Yeah, and Tony's
she's looking at
Tony's playing World of Warcraft or something. Yeah.
What's the song? It's like din 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 din, or from Inside Out or Up or something.
Oh yeah.
Come here, kid. Watch me murder people as I play Doom. Is that an outdated? No,
this is
outdated
quality time where she clearly Avalon has a thing, but she's not actually playing. No. But sure, quality.
Look at my. Yeah, wait. I gotta find my Tony. Look at my fart covered chair and my energy drink, Avalon.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Got
Oh,
his plexus
no.
in the shot there. Plexus. That's how he lost weight.
Oh.
And then lastly, Peyton put out a new video. Our buddy Peyton. I don't know if you ladies saw the.
We saw it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
so-
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
that we did not
Awful.
bait him into. Peyton made a Mother's Day post and it has a song playing, so I also couldn't say it, but it's terrifying. And he says, very, very happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Almost every mother, not one mother. You all know who I'm talking about. But and I know
said that?
Yeah.
he said that he goes, I know I
Whoa.
probably shouldn't say that, but I am a little butt muncher after all. That was the video. And then all the comments were like the way we all know exactly you're talking about. He's liking them. He's, loving
You
them.
know,
Wow.
I'm a butt muncher. So who is he talking about? Robyn or Mary?
Robyn.
I think he's talking
Robyn.
about Robyn.
Yeah.
Well, people have suspected Mary because he said Robyn was the only one who told Mary. Remember, there's all those things where people said Mary was abusive to the kids.
Yeah,
and
was one of
he
them.
credited Robyn for saying something because it wasn't until then that Mary stopped
No, I
whatever
think
it was that she was doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ladies, I hate to do this. I have to
Oh,
run.
Nope, you got to
Yep.
go.
You
Thank
stay.
you.
I'm out.
Love you,
Bye,
Em.
guys. Good to see you. Bye. Oh, I need my right mouse. There we go.
I'm
It
going to
was-
stay for 2 minutes just
Yes,
to
please.
just to close it
Wrap
out.
it up.
Oh no,
It's
I fucked up this
weird
whole
to
show. It's
see,
all my fault.
It was weird to see Amanda's name written under mine because I'm so used to seeing my name written like this that her name looked like it was spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was it. I mean, that was it. I was like about to wrap
That's
it up.
it.
but,
Are you guys enjoying? So let me ask you, because I have to turn everything into an interview. How
Please
are you
do.
enjoying how they handled the Garrison stuff?
I loved it. I thought it was beautiful.
I thought
loved
so
and I even
too,
liked
right?
how they had I even liked that they had the mundane stuff at the beginning because it showed like, holy shit, your life can just be
Yeah,
boring.
just like a second. Yeah.
What did you think?
This was the most important thing Puddle Monkey had to do. And
Yeah.
I think they did it. And from what we understand, Kody and Robyn Kody and Janelle had complete say so over this.
Yes.
So I think they did a nice job. And I know that there's a lot of stuff being said behind the scenes of Kody causing a disruption at the funeral and stuff like that. We're not seeing that play out on the screen. And Janelle's even saying, like, Kody said he wanted to take him home. And I thought that's good. Like, so I don't know what the truth is my point. We don't know.
Now,
I don't
did-
think
what did
things
you
are good
think
right
of-
now with them, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. I think that I would have a lot more credence for Kody if we knew that he was taking steps. But now, and this, I really do believe that TLC is making sure to make Dab Sark as unlikable as possible because the way they're editing, they could have edited this to be a lot more enjoyable, but they're clearly going between everyone talking about how Garrison has affected their lives, and then it's over to Kody being like, oh, "I sold that sign. It's all about me. It's the Kody show."
Yeah.
So it's just interesting, but I feel like the world. Kody had that 1 week last week of maybe being semi-likable, or at least people were playing off of him. But I think this week people are like, "Oh no, we hate you."
We hate him. Now, I've given him a reprieve on talking shit about him for these 3 episodes because there will be one more. But that's it. Then the gloves are off because
we did
I'm
last week. We're back in this week though.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. I did give Robyn a little bit of shit this week because, she wants to fabricate memories of her children growing up in Wyoming.
Yeah.
They don't have roots in Wyoming. They don't.
No, but Kody does, and she made the
Cody
picture.
does, and the OG-13 do.
Yes, that's
But
so
those
annoying.
kids don't. They're not part of that, and that's okay. They came later. Oh, it's so annoying.
What do you think is going to happen next week? Because the way they edited that preview was like, here's the family gathering by with the trees, and we're going to, and then it's like Dab Sark showing up. And I almost feel like that's not actually how that worked out, but they definitely made it that way.
I think we're going to see them all together next week. And people, get your eyes on it because it will be the last time. Ever.
Do you think that that Robyn's going to, do you think they're going to reveal the shitty thing that Robyn said?
I was going to say, what do you think that was?
Like, what do you think that is? The question heard around the world.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We haven't done a ton of speculating about it because we don't know if we could trust any of the sources. Like, I don't know.
Well, the source is McKelty.
McKelty, right. Yeah. I think that there was probably something said. We all know that Robyn's number one customer is herself, right? And then Kody. So everything she does is in service to herself and her position in Kody's life and her position in this family. So it was probably something about you're not paying enough attention to me. You're not paying enough attention to my kids. Yeah, it was probably something like that, or something about how they're treating Kody. Do you know what I mean? And they were all like, just shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? And I could see that being
it was
a
more
problem.
like placing blame or blaming Garrison, like maybe saying something like that.
No.
Like, suicide is evil.
She's too conscious. Like, she's too conscious of what people
but sometimes she says crazy things, Amy. She said she was working when she got the news.
I know. I think it would be, if I was to speculate, I think it would be something more along the lines of your father, something about Kody. Like, you should be including your father more, or like something with him.
Would that be relationship ending? It has to be something just crazy. Maybe
it could be. Maybe, especially if whatever was said, they sort of took as you're blaming us in the fight against Kody. Do you know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, like if only, it's too bad that they couldn't follow those COVID
rules.
Like,
right, exactly.
If only he was able to see him before.
Yes, the subtext being, you are to blame for the rift in the relationship with your father, not your father. Because Cody's not responsible for anything. Yeah, that's a possibility. I don't know if it's true, but I think that's a possibility. And I also think, and somebody just said, and I think that's really a good point, is Robyn was probably gatekeeping Kody. That's probably true.
Everyone was saying in the comments yesterday that like the way he reacts to this death and this pilgrimage is to take Dabsark, the family that he left his original family for. He's going to go spend more time with them. Now, I believe that that's a full Robyn idea. We should really spend more time with us now.
Well, she wants her kids to have roots in Wyoming. So very much like she had that drawing created, she's going to create their roots in Wyoming. God, that's not how that works.
I wonder if it was something like, we're all going to stay a little longer. We're going to be doing this for Garrison's whatever. And I could see Kody and Robyn being like, oh, we can't do that because we have our family vacation then, or we're not going to be able to make it then. Like something that they had planned as a family, not that. But I still think it's something to do with Robyn's kids.
I could also
they didn't go. There was an excuse. This is too hard. Truly,
but I don't think the kids would be. I don't like. Okay, let's just say I'm McKelty. I'm not so mad at them that Darksab doesn't show. Like, I don't care if her kids show up because they don't matter to me. But if she said something that intimated in some way that either Janelle or Gabe or Garrison were responsible for the rift in the relationship, I would be so pissed.
That's what I'm thinking. That seems like the most, like, what would be relationship ending for Thirst Buckets, Tony and McKelty to actually like cut.
Yeah. And she probably said, Robyn probably said it to defend Kody, whatever it is, because again, everything is in service of her being, in Cody's place. So I don't necessarily think she was like, I'm just going to be a bitch and say this. I just think she just doesn't know how to act. Can we just say that?
She says so many shitty passive aggressive things throughout the day. That, like,
100%.
She couldn't even clock what it was that she said. She probably wasn't what it was that she says.
That's why when Cody's like, oh, I'm so afraid you're going to leave me. She's not going anywhere.
Oh, please.
Where is she going?
She plants those ideas in Cody's head with no intention of ever following through.
I would pay money for him to be like, okay, go ahead.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I think that there's a better chance of, like, just imagine Robyn left Kody or Kody left Robyn. I think people would be more excited to go with Kody. Like, if Kody left Robyn, people would be like, yay! Other than Robyn leading Kody, I think I would like Kody more if he left Robyn. If Robyn
we feel, it's very meta, because we feel as the audience, like the family feels, that Kody has been taken by this thing, and he's not the Kody from season 1 anymore.
Yeah.
So I would feel like we want that Kody back.
For sure. People in the comments are saying like that their last week was like sad, but this week everyone's a lot more pissed. So I'm glad I'm in the exact same place. I'm ready.
I cried way more this week.
I
Oh.
sobbed more this week than last week.
Yeah.
I did with the cats, but Jody was crying during like the Christine and David thing. It's like
I cried through the whole episode, except
Really?
Kody, of course.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched it since Thursday, so this will be pretty much my first time
God.
watching it. So maybe
You
I'll
know what it
cry.
is? It's the it's like when you lose someone close to you, of course, it's like even if it's expected, it's still like shock in that moment. But it really is. Like I remember myself, like I was there when my dad passed or whatever, but I remember like later that day, everyone talks about having that experience, like where you can see and feel that like roar of grief come out of you. But it really is like that day or two after where your brain starts thinking of the purely logistical, like Kody said, oh, I won't see their face again.
Yeah.
Like just the
I won't hear their
actuality,
voice.
the feeling of it, the molecules of it.
Yeah.
It suddenly sets in.
I agree with you, Jody. And I think for me, just, I'm in a weird stage in my life. I have twin daughters. They're 18. They're going to college this year.
Wow.
And
congrats.
it's like, thank you. It's
Where are
just
they going?
One is going to Pittsburgh and one is going near Philly. So they'll be
that's
away.
close.
And it's leaving. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just no mother should have to bury her kid. Like
Oh,
that is
God.
just, it's
Can't
just
imagine.
not natural. And I'm just like, I don't know. I was sobbing the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, the only time I stopped sobbing when I was raging at Robyn. That was it.
Oh
When I
yeah,
was back
the
there.
nose pick, the ice cream, and the signs.
Yeah, Christine really got me, just like, because you do, no matter what. This sounds so cheesy. Oh man, you're gonna be like, look, but like you true, like when I think about my kids, like I think about like that baby. I think about like that like 3-year-old going into preschool for the first
I'm
time.
gonna go,
Like,
oh, you don't think I understand that you love your kids?
well, no, I know you do, but like,
love a child.
oh no,
There's
no.
There's this scene from Modern Family.
Like saying you always look at them as a baby, like
Oh,
you
yeah, no, I
don't, but
get it,
you
I get
do. You know?
Do you guys know? Do you watch Modern Family?
I love Modern Family.
So there's that famous scene where Ed O'Neill is talking about how you love your child in different variations, and then when they turn into adults, all those kids walk out the door together. And it's like,
oh, that gives me chills.
Sobbing.
Yeah, like God, I hope I taught them everything they
and
need
like
to know.
it's so weird to think, like, let's take Garrison for example. It's so weird that Janelle will never see 6-year-old Garrison again. Like that person ceases to exist. It's so weird. Motherhood is just like a long drawn out game of loss. Like that's what it is. Like you gain so much, but you lose so much simultaneously. It's weird. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, just when you really are able to be like, oh my God, I love this person you are right now. You're getting to know me, then they're like gone.
Yeah. It's tough. I've been crying all over my podcast over there lately because they're leaving.
All right, well, I'll be crying during the cat stuff at the end. So.
Oh no, that actually got me.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. Beautiful.
And imagine, you know how I feel about cats. Now listen, actually, I'm extremely allergic. So first of all, I would be like a huge blueberry. They'd have to like roll me out of there.
I understand.
But that was like so, oh my God,
when
especially
Janelle,
when Janelle said,
like, when she had to be like, Savannah, can you talk for me? And then the woman who was in charge of the animal shelter, I was like, she did such a good, I wonder if she like practiced that.
She did a great job.
Because that was, can you imagine standing in the room with Janelle? You know everything that happened. And this woman is breaking down in front of you and you're having to get out this information that 36 cats were adopted out. Come on.
I know.
Better acting than
Savannah did incredible.
Oh my God.
Like,
oh my God. Savannah's like, I got this. Don't worry about it. It's wild.
Because I think she's been kind of, not in a bad way, but kind of had to not mother, but take care of Janelle.
Okay, so my Amanda and I had a little disagreement on this. Would you or would you not, if you were Liz, the Humane Society CEO or whatever the hell she is, would you or would you not have hugged Janelle in that moment?
I'm not a hugger. When
I would have hugged.
I will not hug you because that means
I would have hugged.
harder.
I'm a hugger. I would have.
I would have. And my Amanda was like, no, you do not hug someone when they don't want you to.
I don't think she wanted the hug. And I feel like my personality is very similar to Janelle and just like kind of how antisocial we both are. I think Janelle is not someone that wants a hug when they're
It would have been incredibly awkward, but I would have tried to hug her.
I would have maybe gone over with like a little like arm. I'd be like, oh,
rubbing
there.
her,
Yeah.
rubbing her back.
I wouldn't
a little
have touched her.
bit. Yeah.
Or
See,
backed
I
up.
can't be out in public. This is what
I
happens.
have more of like an issue with that poor receptionist because I'm sure before it even came out of her mouth, she's just so used to being like, oh, hey, how can I help you today?
Yeah.
It probably just poured out. And then Janelle's be like, oh, I'm here to see my son who's passed plaque. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah,
that was
that's
a fucking mouth moment for her that she was like, shit, I had one thing
know.
to say, welcome. And
I
it
know.
came out.
She was wonderful.
It was a weird scene anyway. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, well, I guess let's get into this recap. Little Miss Recap.
Little
Speaking
Miss
of-
Recap. Mhm.
Yeah. Pimp yourself out, Amy. Thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And in like the midst of chaos, it felt like the Brown family moving. Any move they've done is what it felt like.
Yeah, in the dead of night with the cop car going by.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us about yourself, Harry.
Yeah, so we're at Little Miss Recap, and we recap mostly Sister Wives, but we do 90 Day, we do cult documentaries, we're doing Poly Family, which is a lot of fun. And then I just started another podcast. It's called Murder She Watched, and it's just true crime documentaries. So I'm doing that too.
Oh, fun. Murder, you say.
Yeah, and we have a Deadly American Marriage coming up. So, if you
That
if you
was
like
the thing
murder,
I was going to talk about before we got into Brown.
if you like murder, head on
too
over.
Too many hot topics this week. Too many hot
Thank you,
topics. We'll do
ladies.
less of it. Thank you so much, Amy.
I'm
We
definitely
love you
so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh
Oops,
my
sorry.
gosh, amazing. Thank you, Amanda. Again, so
It's fine.
sorry.
No, it's fine.
At first, at least I thought my computer was like dead gone because it went black. And I was like, this is it. I'm gonna have to go find another computer. But no, it's just Spectrum.
I was seeing
The
you in
same
the car,
internet
started
I had to wait
projecting, and I'm like,
3 weeks for.
I can't even do it. It's fine. I really did kind of relax once it seemed like it was just going to be me. I kind of rolled ahead of you, and I was like, I can do this. I can do
Okay.
this.
Well, chat.
We're all in hope.
Thank you for your patience. And also thank you for reassuring me. Many of you were like, oh, Spectrum, got it. It's out all the time.
I was like, I'm
felt
not
better, but still.
deal with these comments.
Woo-hoo. Oh yeah, go check them out. Little Miss Recap. I was just listening to them yesterday, and I haven't listened to their Poly Family next episode, but I gotta watch them.
I feel like I'm about to pass out, so we're gonna do this though. I got this. We're good. No, that was not your fault. I would have felt this shitty. Okay. Let's say a couple of things really quickly. Like and hit subscribe, please. And share, check out our Patreon. A lot of good stuff coming out this week. Leave us a voicemail. And then lastly, this episode is going to deal with suicide pretty much the entire way, other than the Kody. We're all going to get to snark and be terrible people during the dab sark scenes. So it'll be a nice little wave of like feeling sad and then just feeling like letting our rage out. If you are struggling, call or text 988. And then also if you're in Canada or if the US gets rid of that shit, we got a toll-free number here, 1-877-330-6366. We can reach out to people all in our Facebook group. There are people like, if anyone's struggling, we're all friends over there, like genuine.
Yeah.
friends.
And I just want to point out too, that like, you can always reach out to those kinds of places. There's never like a too early or too soon or like, oh, I'm just feeling like depressed. Maybe I shouldn't call.
Or if you're worried about a friend.
Yeah. Like,
worried
yeah,
about
exactly.
your husband or your friend or something. Just be like, what should I do?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. There's no real. Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Let's do a little break. And then Jody's gonna restart the next episode. It's gonna be fun.
Breather. Hey there, welcome back to part 2 of this episode. For those of you who are new to listening or watching, we'll be playing the episode. We can't show you the video because then we get taken down, but we can listen and we can snark along, and we'll be sharing your comments in the chat, so let us hear it. Oh, what a time. and day to be alive. And
what a
have
time to be alive.
I know. I'm trying to keep things here because, listen, we're all happy. We're all here for each other, and we can all talk to each other anytime we want.
And feel free to cry. Yeah, we're all gonna cry. Let's have a little cry fest. Maybe that'll get some of the, like, you know, the flu. I think I have COVID. It feels like when I had COVID.
There's something in the air.
Something in the air.
No internet in this neighborhood, but that's okay. So we're on season 19, episode 24. Blessed are those who mourn. Janelle visits the Flagstaff Humane Society to view a plaque that they have dedicated to her son, Garrison. Kody and Robyn's family travels to Wyoming, where the rest of the Browns will eventually join them for his burial. Okay, so
the song, that's from the song. Well, it's not from the song, but it's from the verse that is the song. Blessed are they. Blessed are they, the poor in spirit.
Oh, I know that song.
Right? Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, we got a new pope. That wasn't in Hot Topics.
Then we had a bunch of stuff to talk about, but you know what? We'll do a leftovers. Maybe let's do a leftovers next.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great. All right. We're starting here. I'm going to start right at the beginning here because it's going to go to a black screen. Is everyone ready? Let me know if the sound is good. I think it sounds great.
Amanda, you have COVID because you didn't wipe down your mail. Your Canadian mail.
I haven't really seen any. I haven't interacted with any people the past 2 weeks, and it's been amazing. I've loved it.
Rub it in, why don't you?
What a dream. Okay. We're starting right at the beginning here. Love you guys. I really do. I love
We're all here for each other.
42, 20. Okay, well, we're at the beginning. 3, 2, 1. On March 5th, Garrison took his life. If you are someone you know who is in crisis, call or text a 988 or 988lifeline.org. All right, here we go. Weird little title thing, though. That seems really thrown together. Sister-wise.
Throw something up. Yeah. Ugh.
But probably, did the last one just do that too? I think it just started. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Dear Holy Gracious Father, we thank you for this day and the many blessings you've given to us. And bless us with safety as we're here. And bless us in our future and the property, Father. Bless us to use it in ways pleasing to you. Forgive us of our sins and thank you for everything you've done for us and continue to do on our behalf.
It's been a few weeks since Garrison passed. I met Maddie in Caleb's house. I'm back in North Carolina. We're starting to put together some plans and some thoughts about what we want Garrison's memorial service to look like. I'm glad I'm here with the grandbabies. It just makes it easier.
Oh, baby.
His birthday.
Really cool. This episode is this is maybe why I didn't find it as hard to watch, is that this one at least had clips and scenes between people, whereas last episode there were no scenes of people interacting with each other. It was just pictures and then voiceovers, whereas this has actual clips from old episodes of Garrison, coming home from military training, and it has actually people talking to each other about it. So maybe it just wasn't as gut-wrenching for me because it was more just watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Molly, for the super sticker.
Thank you, Molly. Okay, Janelle is about to talk about his birthday just passing, because again, his birthday was the week after, I believe, and then Janelle's birthday was a month later.
No, he's April 10th.
April 10th. Okay, so his is a month later, and then hers is. Okay. We're at 41:17 left.
Passed a few weeks ago, and that was hard.
We pray these things in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Amen.
It's just really hard to reconcile. Even just the first few days after he passed, the family would be gathered and they would be all laughing and everything like that. And then a wave would overcome everybody of mourning. And it hits you like that.
All right. I need to talk to you about the June dates because I got to figure out when I can move Savannah.
For Wyoming.
And then Wyoming.
Yeah, I gotta ask for those days off.
So Kody actually grew up in Wyoming. My mother was married to Kody's father. The Browns have deep roots in Wyoming. Both Kody's dad and my mom are buried there, and I want to bury Garrison next to my mom.
Love it.
He was very much shaped by his experiences, going for the summer, working there on the ranch.
Wyoming is probably the closest place we have to roots. It's home. We used to go every summer, and it was just like you went to the ranch to learn how to work.
Kody would say, I just want to take him home. And I'm like, okay, I get that.
So the family was talking about doing a reunion anyway.
Yeah. And that's fine. So we'll just have Garrison's graveside at the end of that, I think.
Okay.
The weekend that we are choosing to go to Wyoming is a big time in Wyoming where all the hometown people come back. So it's kind of already like a big reunion for the small town that Kody grew up in. But Garrison's death has brought about some healing of relationships, which has been good.
Well, I wonder how long that lasted. Does anyone know? Because then I remember hearing stuff last year about how Kody was seen in North Carolina and stuff. So I wonder how long. I would love
maybe for Savannah starting school or something. I wonder.
He was seen with Truly and Isabel a couple times out in the wild. I just wonder how long or if Robyn even gave him the chance to really make a really concerted effort to or if she even let it get that far where he was planning things with the kids or calling them or planning trips. Do you think that even happened, or if Robyn nipped it in the bud immediately?
I bet you it didn't last long, unfortunately.
She made sure to get in there. And
I mean, yeah, Robyn can't keep things to herself for a while and let things settle. I unfortunately, I do think it was probably pretty quick. They probably started getting back and she pointed it out immediately that something she didn't like, something happened.
Yeah, I think she was planting seeds from day one that because if I were Robyn and this was my game, I was playing this whole game, I would make sure that Kody didn't mend fences with the OGs, because that's kind of what has led to all their success. I think
that it's
that was probably the most peaceful time for her, is that when she finally caught out the last one. Sorry, I'm not a huge Robyn fan for anyone new here. So
I'm not either.
Okay, we're at 39:18. By the way, we're gonna get a whole bunch of fun footage, home videos that we haven't seen 25 times already.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, despite all of the flaws and problems that the adults had, we raised these kids that really do feel like they were siblings, and that was our big goal. Because a lot of plural families raise them as separate households, and sometimes they don't even have anything to do with each other. But we really, really set out to make them like siblings. And I think we've been successful. I mean, the cremation thing is even kind of weird for me because I grew up.
There's a really nice 3 shots in a row of kids with food in their mouths, with their mouths wide open.
Yeah, I think that was McKelty too.
Back to back. Yes, thank you for that. Yeah. Always cute.
You just didn't cremate. Mm-hmm. I always grew up feeling like that you weren't supposed to cremate, but people have said it's not part of our faith. I don't know. Could have been just traditions. Maddie and Caleb were like, no, we want to be cremated. I'm like, okay, so maybe it's a new generational thing. I don't know. I'm a burying person, guys. Please just transport me. I'll leave enough money they can transport me. I'm going to be buried right next to Garrison. I got the plot. So I mean, there's this little cemetery, and it feels very Wyoming. You can look out and you see.
It's really pretty.
Mountains kind of surround this big basin, and the wind usually is blowing.
How about you, Jody? You want to go graveyard, or you want to go ashes? Ashes.
Oh no, I would want to be cremated.
Yeah, where'd you want to be sprinkled? I would like to be split up and sprinkled around a bunch of stuff. That's the nice thing about cremation.
Yeah,
it sounds like I'm being funny here, but I genuinely think everyone can kind of take a little bit. You can sprinkle it in different places.
Oh no, I think it's something that is necessary to talk with family. I don't think it's like morbid or anything like that. I think, cremate me, cheapest way to do it. Honest to God, there's places that cremation societies and stuff like that, that you don't have to do like a full funeral or anything like that, or like you don't have to have a viewing or whatever. Honestly, cremate me, spread me wherever you think is pretty, and then have like, I don't know, party, tell stories, laugh, have fun.
You know what? I would love some of my ashes to be sprinkled wherever some of your ashes are. We can wreak havoc on the world together, laughing.
What I don't want is to just like be in a jar, like just sitting on a mantle somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. And actually, like, I don't have my dad's ashes. I'm like, what would I do with it? Like, I don't know. It's weird for me. It's just not like my thing. Like I spread some of his, but yeah, I think it's a really beautiful way. And I think, first of all, I think anyone in the funeral industry is a better person than I, because I think it's just, oh God, it's like a lot of grief a lot of times, and just like gross stuff too.
Oh, so much gross.
But it's expensive. It's very expensive to like give someone even just like a quaint, nice funeral. So I don't know. Save your money. Do something else.
Yeah. All right. 3809.
And it's just a beautiful view. It's a Wyoming view. I don't know if people would consider it beautiful. I think it's beautiful. And so this will be I think this is a fitting place to bury him.
Oh, God. Puke. All right. We're in Salt Lake City.
I say that every day I think of Garrison. Every day.
Okay, this is where I'll probably lose it.
It's the same.
Have you talked to Janelle lately about, is she okay, or?
She likes to talk about.
Oh, I'm going to pause it right here. So David does, and I want to say, like, I mean, we make fun of David and his like place, but like, I got to give him credit because he didn't have to talk about this. I mean, I know that the world already figured, like everyone on Reddit already knew that that's how his ex-wife passed, but like he didn't really owe it to anyone to share that story. But like, that's nice. And I think it gives me comfort knowing that Christine has somebody, because Christine is very emotionally immature. So to know that she has somebody who actually has gone through this exact thing is like game changer.
Yeah. And like, boy, maybe it is meant to be. You know, like she needed David in her life for this part of her life, you know?
Like he can relate to exactly the situation. So, I mean, we got to love David. I mean, we're gonna pick a little pick
of
at him.
Course.
Yeah, mean girl a little bit, but good for David.
We did a little bit, and she's just talking about his services. And she's like, it's just too hard to face.
Yeah.
It's just too hard. I've talked to Janelle on and off all the time. We talk about business stuff. We talk about our kids. We talk about everything. We talk about Garrison too. I mean, her life has forever changed. Like we were at the movie last night, and the guy wakes up out of a coma, and he's like, "Where's my son?" And everyone tells him his son is dead. And I lost it, and I'm just crying in the theater, and Peyton was holding me like he's in a better place, and I'm like, no, he's not. The better place is with us. I just miss him so fierce. All the wedding photos that we have, I'm so glad he came to our wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so handsome.
Know much. Tell me a little bit of stories about him.
Oh, he was funny.
That killed me when he said that.
Such a good sense of humor. At first he didn't. It was all really inappropriate. You would have really liked it.
Oh, I would have liked that.
Yeah. He was always inappropriate. He was funny. He just had this comedic relief where we'd be having like a tense moment. And he'd be like, go get him, Tiger, or whatever. He would just say these funny things that were.
I mean, if for anyone who doesn't remember, Garrison is the one that said to Kody when Kody was in peak meltdown mode over some fucking trip they were taking, where he told Kody that the generals killed their sergeant because he was a dumbass, and so are you. And he was also there for the shit explosion. And I'd like to think now that Garrison really is this some kind of sick joke. I'd like to think it's a Garrison sick joke.
I think when Christine said that, sorry. Some of you in the comments are saying the same thing, that like when Christine said that, like when people say they're in a better place or whatever, like that is it.
Yeah, it's not a better place.
Yeah, like no, the better place is here, especially when it's. And I know Garrison wasn't technically a child, but like
he's a baby.
It is. Yeah,
he was a baby. I saw a TikTok recently it was like someone who had lost their child, because I do get a lot of those TikTok in my algorithm, actually, of people like who recently lost their children. And she was saying how like if somebody loses their child and people get so uncomfortable and don't want to bring it up, but she's like, I love when people ask me about my child, because then I can actually tell them, and then he's like alive for that minute. All right, so I'm getting choked up. All right, there you go. So anyway, ask people about their loved ones that have passed, because they want to share the stories. Oh, okay, 3601.
Kind of break the ice, make everybody relax.
That's your fault.
Just trying hard to remember the good memories. That's all.
That's good.
I can't go. Your turn. So I have photos of Garrison everywhere. I see him every day to always keep him fresh and always keep him in my mind. Yeah, I'm scared to forget him. I don't want to forget him. There were so many times when he was alive where I wouldn't talk to him for a couple weeks. Sometimes a month would go by and I wouldn't touch base. That's a tragedy. So I don't want that to happen with the other kids too. So it's a reminder to be in touch more.
And you know what? I bet Christine actually did make a change and probably talks to her, makes a point to talk to every kid every day. And I bet Kody did not. But like I genuinely do believe that Christine did do that. Like I feel like she probably touches base every day or every other day.
Yeah. Texting something.
Yeah. Okay, 3513.
I think it's easy to blame and wonder what I could have done different,
you know? Well, everybody's gonna blame.
Yeah.
I blame myself too, when my wife took her life. And I had several friends take their lives. My wife, my kid's mother, she took her life. One of the hardest things I've ever done was to tell my kids that their mother wasn't coming home. And I remember I was talking with my sister outside, and I'm like, what do I do? And she's like, you need to tell them.
Oh.
And I told them. It was the hardest thing. Crying, realizing that she wasn't coming back. And I felt like I let my kids down. It's been, 14 years, and I still get emotional.
Sorry, that was gross.
It was really special. I've seen enough of David's home videos. She loved it. And she loved your kids. And there's so many happy moments and happy memories. I'm glad they have the home videos of them, so they remember. Because I think without those, I think they forget. Because it's so sad. I just think of all the warning signs and everything that he sent.
Oh, it's the worst.
Wonder what we could have done differently. And I talked to him a week before. He was so excited because he passed this test. Because he wanted to go back to school and go into nursing and stuff. He's just a cool kid.
With Christine, she'd be crying, and all I can do is be there for her, listen to her, let her cry on my shoulder, tell her things are going to be okay. And I'll be right there every step of the way to help you through it.
We gotta be there for our kids now more than ever.
And counseling. That's something that the kids do need.
They all need it, I agree with you.
Well, they all do.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
We're gonna be a grandma to his kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Never. I'm not gonna see him get married or.
You gotta get the other kid boys off.
I know. He won't be there for Peyton's wedding. Peyton and I were talking about that. He's like, he was supposed to be my best man.
Yeah.
Just all the things in life that he's gonna miss.
Okay, girl. Love you, and you'll get better.
Okay.
We'll get through this. I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to grab a tissue.
One thing I'll say about David, another thing. We've been talking a lot in the past few weeks, probably because we're both like so menopausal and like we're both like we hate men so much. I'm getting a lot of divorce TikToks, and a lot of my TikToks are about like how men are useless and they can't fucking do anything, and like they could not function one day as like a single parent. And so the fact that David did step up, and then he has so many kids. How many kids does he have? Like 8? And he like did he like parented and did drywall. Like that is crazy. I know for sure that I can.
You mean like the grief intact and like the way that grief can come out too is like it's so different ways. Sadness, anger, like avoidance. It can. That's
he didn't shut down.
Miracle that he was able to do it.
He did it, and all of his kids seem to have great relationships with him still. Like that is like insane that he was able to do. I know that the universe kind of forces you to do that, but a lot of men would not embrace it the way he clearly has. And he's still like super successful, much more successful than Kody will ever be.
And it seems like he has a relationship with all of his kids too,
which again is rare. And
you know.
Okay, 3260.
Ooh,
all right.
Okay.
Oh, don't go, Jody. You can put your Kleenex away.
Here we go. It's time to
You'll need the Kleenexes for tears of joy and laughter now.
Right.
This I hated this. I got like viscerally so annoyed when this was happening. I'm like, no, and this joke is stretching out longer than it definitely needs to.
I know. I mean, it really. I hope they're not. I hope they are getting the feedback that everyone is like, you guys have got to be kidding.
No, because if you look at their comments, they're all funny people like us who are like,
they're like, you two.
You two cut ups.
I want to be best friends with you two.
Yeah.
Invite me.
Oh, I'm just looking at all of the texts that you sent me while I was all of your
I'm on my way.
Bringing me Amanda.
Oh, Boots. Gina's like, don't need Kleenex because they'll just be picking their nose. Yeah.
All right, 3204, where it says Parawan on the screen.
We need to fix that flower. We need to fix that carpet.
The dog.
Listen, I like the paint on this wall. There's so many things. So many things. And also, if we're redoing the carpet and the floor, what happens if it doesn't match with this? If the carpet doesn't match the drapes? Not the carpet. The carpet and the drap. What are you talking about?
You know what I would have said if you had said that right there? I would have sarcastically roasted you by being like, good one, Jody. Good one.
I don't believe Mary doesn't know this. I think Mary.
So they set this up?
I do. I think Mary thinks she is like Jessica Simpson with the like, is this tuna or fish?
Chicken of the sea. Chicken in
the sea.
Like
I think she's trying to do like a what? I'm just like a silly, dumb little girl.
I don't like that. That makes me more annoyed. That makes me way more annoyed. Oh God.
Or she's like, wait, what? Because she was almost fishing for it. She's like this wallpaper.
It really
these walls.
does.
I mean, if we paint,
they'll have to match the match.
Here we go. Okay.
Well, it's going to go on for a little bit. Jen is then going to explain the joke, and then they're going to have to sit.
Those are always the best ones.
Yeah, always.
I don't Google it. I feel like it's probably
a wave of nausea.
When's the last time you've laughed this hard? Actually, I know what it is.
The Rehearsal. This is Nathan Fielder level comedy here.
Yeah, that or when you said something about like I can hear your zits from here. It's something so stupid.
I said
There's something so stupid, much like this, but funnier, and I laughed like that. But
no, carpet matching the drape. But don't worry, for anyone out there in the chat who doesn't know what it is, Jen's gonna explain it now.
Oh, good.
She does. She pointed down at her vagina, and then she flipped her hair for drapes. All right,
Mary's can't even say it.
double over laughing. Here for a second here. Wiping away the tears.
Snorting, laughing so hard.
Zona, the dog, is like, I've heard it. I knew it.
The photograph of Lizzie on the wall is like, I've heard it, Mary.
It's like, you haven't? What? 3102.
Okay.
You see the ghost just moving out. With
Yeah.
the suitcase,
No,
like,
no.
I'm
We're
done.
I
done.
did not like not having her with me.
The puppies.
I did not like it. So a lot's happened over, the last few weeks since Garrison passed. And just with all the traveling and, dealing with everything, I haven't had a ton of time to just sit down and connect with Jen.
Oh my God.
Fun there. I don't know. I just want to take a second to just sit down and just chat with her and just kind of process through it. I worry about Janelle. I'm glad you were there for Janelle when it very first happened.
Yeah.
I too. I'm glad you were actually in Arizona. I just keep thinking that every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It never should have happened. It was insane when you called me, and I could not believe. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Like I remember sitting there, and Kody called me. I texted him back, and I'm like, I'm busy. What's up? And he texted and he said emergency, and then I answered, and then he told me.
Yeah, it was on film.
I'll never forget that
Crazy
moment. This is unreal. So what? Like you said, just go buy food and go over to Janelle's house. Yes, you just feed people. Just started gathering there. Oh, such a crazy week.
Thank God Jen is an adult for the most
Yeah,
part.
because it seems like Jen's the one that gave her that idea.
Yeah, like
Mary
this
probably
is what
didn't
you
know
do.
it.
You go get food and you go sit.
That's how adults handle death. Except, Mary's mom died. So she's been through like a major death. But it does sound like Jen was like, just let me handle this for you here.
Yeah.
Thank God she does have Jen.
That she's my best friend, and of course, who else would I go to, in that moment? I knew that she would just be like, okay, this is what you need to do, because my brain wasn't working.
Yeah.
But hers was clear, and she could just like walk me through the process,
God. That was probably her first call, right?
And it was cool to see all
Yeah.
the kids,
Yeah.
seeing them together, and anyway, everybody was together except for one.
Oh God. Ugh.
And it took him passing to get everybody together.
See, this is a year out, and Mary is still fully sobbing. And like, we just never got anywhere close to that. Even last episode with Robyn, like that is just the fire pit scene was weeks after, and like this is a year out, and Mary like cannot even like get her words out.
Yeah. It is. It really is. It's like when that first time everyone is together and you realize like, oh, first of all, it's always like, it's been too long. Like, why do we only do this? But it does. It is, which is why like those first holidays and celebrations are so different because they're not there.
It sounds like he was like kind of the life of the party too, as many very depressed people are. They overcompensate by making everyone else in the room feel better. 2019.
It just is heartbreaking. And also, that's so like Garrison.
All right, we're in Salt Lake City. I don't even remember this part.
Life goes on. Garrison lived a full life, and he had a lot of fun. In grieving for Garrison, I think an important way to grieve for him is to remember how he did have fun.
Yeah.
His personality was shy and bold at the same time. One of the things I remember a lot about Garrison is from the time he was little, he was always testing out the humor, testing out the joke. There was some times that he was just funny as could be.
The sprinklers, just come see. They're not watering everywhere. Back in Flagstaff, Garrison decided that Truly needed to have like an outside hobby. So he brought over these bricks with
This is
slats.
sweet.
And he cut the wood and he built these planter boxes that were so easy. And when I showed David,
Got work
he's like,
gloves on.
oh yeah, let's use those instead of the planter boxes we were
I
gonna
can guarantee you Garrison did that in the time. Like Kody, it would like how long would it have taken Kody to like think of the lights? How long would it have taken Garrison to string the lights? Probably actually the 2 hours that Kody originally thought.
Oh, Cody's never put together anything like that.
Like,
I mean, he's out there trying to take a tree down. Yeah.
Yeah, there would be it would look like a tornado hit the area. There would be like tents, just like Chick-fil-A, whatever. There would just be like so much shit from this one.
He would have to stop almost as soon as he began. He would have to stop, run to the store to get a new expensive tool, of course.
Yeah, new gloves.
This would be way easier with a.
At one point in the middle, he's just screaming to the heavens.
Yeah.
Why can't I get this? Just
he's got to go and just like take it out on a tree and just try to fell a tree.
Yeah, Truly is just like, I don't really want to plant that bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he wouldn't be planning it for Truly. I was assuming he'd be planning it for Saul and Ari.
Oh, okay. But either
not
way,
for Truly. That's silly.
It's not even functional by the end. Like it's half finished by the end.
Oh, he would lift it up and then be like, "Oh, there has to be a bottom on it."
Yeah, it's just unusable.
Yes.
This is sweet.
Garrison was always somebody who wanted to be working with his hands. He did his best when he was working with his hands. He was always very much involved with the young kids. Like he was very mindful of Truly.
You hear that, Robyn?
Robyn would comment that he would
We're
come over.
seeing him pick up all the little ones.
Robyn, it was in the background there holding Ari because Ari was sick that day. So don't touch the baby, Garrison, even though you haven't seen her since she's been born, I think. I don't think even was there that was the first time he'd seen her. I think it's interesting that Janelle chose to very specifically say Robyn would always comment about how he always hung out with Saul and Ari. I think that's very pointed and very on purpose.
Oh, yes.
Like, Robyn, remember when you said this? You would always comment this. I kind of love it.
Yeah.
26:30 left. He was always very much about his younger siblings. So right here, it's just not all the way. No! Stop it!
I can be serious, but I like to light it up with a little bit of laughter. It's not taking anything away from what happened with Garrison. Oh, shit. If you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to be angry, if you want to be shot at the world, do it. Because those are the things.
Oh, it's called regulating your emotions. You should have a little chat with Down Spark over there because they do not know how to do that.
Oh, no. You shouldn't just break down and say, carry me to my room.
Oh, my God. My fingers are seizing up, I guess, is what my panic attack morphs into.
Imagine
you have to move into a bigger mansion. Aurora, you get to move into a bigger mansion next month. Uh-oh.
I still seethe just thinking about like Isabel watching that while she's at back surgery. Yeah.
She only put in 80% effort, and that's a fail in the real world. We just did this episode.
Well, Isabel should have just gone by herself because her parents have other children they need to be there for. They could be sad.
We're rewatching season 13 right now over on our Patreon. Go check it out. And we're really noticing that like that is when Christine, the Isabel stuff seems to be when Christine is starting to be like, because then she meets Mitch's mom. What's her name?
Oh, so with an H.
Hannah.
Oh my God, what?
It's Hannah.
Hannah. Yeah. There
and you can see Christine being like, "Huh, I could do this," and then Robyn's like having a fucking meltdown at the table. She's like, "Oh, you just go. You take your husband with you. Don't you take your husband with you everywhere?" And Hannah's like, "I mean, I guess."
Oh, you're not married.
Yeah. Oh.
And you make hats.
This was after they
live in an apartment.
Hannah about her hat, pointing and laughing at each other. Look at that stupid hat.
Yeah. You know what we should do? We should wear these hats to lunch. Isn't that so embarrassing? We'd be so bad. They'd be laughing at us.
Oh, it's gonna be
We're
so
such assholes. Every one of them were assholes.
All of them.
Okay.
All of them. 2556.
Will help you heal and get better. But if you keep it inside, you're not going to heal.
I'm going to water that tree. It looks droopy.
Garrison's tree.
Sedona Midnight. Sedona Midnight is the tree that we planted for Garrison on his birthday. So Sedona Midnight.
That's lovely.
He just made this funny saying one time. But anyway, Sedona Midnight would have been Garrison's stripper name if he decided to be a stripper. He took a picture of Sedona. And then
because it would have been the street he grew up on and his first pet's name. So his first pet's name was Midnight, right?
Oh.
I think that's what you were saying.
Midnight. You
I
think
gotta say,
when
I was, Sedona must have been the street.
Okay.
When I was watching this the first time, twice in this, where I was like, am I watching them fucking water their fucking plants? And they're like, oh, well, this planter was from Garrison. And then it's like, now are we watching her water a fucking tree? Oh, it's Garrison's tree. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just shut my mouth. All right.
I know. It's like towing that line of like bitch eating crackers or.
Yeah, like you guys are annoying, but all of this is so fucking sweet and awesome. And I can't not like David in this. Oh, I just got a nice breeze. I'm like fully pitted out here. Just like, they're being sick. Okay, 2528.
His comments about it.
Just call me Fireman Dave.
You're just a troublemaker. Is what you
Okay, now we don't need the flirting with the
woman. She's a beautiful flowering Louisa. She's a willow tree. Decided that when she gets bigger and taller,
very pretty.
We just want to be enveloped in her branches. Yeah, and she's there in case you need to talk to Garrison. You can go talk to Garrison because she's right there.
That's great.
I don't know how to breathe, but I can clean.
Girl, I want to put that on like I want a embroidery of that. Hands.
I actually thought that was like very deep. I loved that. Like I want to take that and like tell my family that, be like, this is exactly how I feel. Like I may not be good at whatever, fighting, arguing, grieving, blah, 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 but I can clean. I can cook.
I've been very stressed out lately about having to move in however many months, but I had a wave of excitement when I imagined, this is pathetic, when I imagined I'll have a clean apartment and then just like being able to clean, like just like an untouched apartment. Like I can't wait to clean for the first time because it'll still be clean already.
Put things where you want it. Yeah, just start fresh.
And I'm hoping to just get like a 1-level apartment so I can just clean everything. Like in like 2 hours, I could deep clean on my hands and knees without having to walk a stair.
I love that. What's your stripper name, by the way?
It would be Douglas Woods Place. Tasha Douglas Woods Place, right?
Tasha. I like the Tasha. Mine would be wait, what is it? Your first.
The street you grew up on, and then your first pet's name. I don't know what order it's in. Pepper Madison.
I think it's pet's name last street. So mine would be Fritz Brentwood.
Wood. That's perfect.
Fritz Brentwood, like OJ.
Oh, well, mine is Douglas Woods. I could just make it Wood.
Oh, Wood.
Tasha Woods.
Oh, Ozzy, we got some good strippers here.
Yes. This does work, hey? This one up here is one of Whiskers Notch is good. Notch.
Kitty Baldwin.
Baldwin. Oh, careful.
We got some hot pieces of ass in here today.
Careful, Kitty Baldwin, if anyone hands you a gun on set. Make sure that I have the blanks. Okay, we're at a 2456.
I don't know how to grieve, but I can cook. I don't know how to grieve, but I can have everybody come over.
You know what? And that's a skill. That is coping. Like
what? Cleaning.
Yeah, cleaning, cooking, spending time with people.
Yeah. I actually think that my type of shit, there's this Eeyore meme where like a part in the Winnie the Pooh book where it's like Eeyore didn't want to talk, he just wanted Pooh to be there. And I'm like, that's my exact level of comfort, is like, I don't want to talk, I don't want you to touch me, definitely don't hug me. But if like we could just sit in a room together and like just you're there, that's kind of my level of comfort.
Yeah.
I don't want to hug or talk. Okay.
And then when I need to grieve, I'll just figure that out along the way, because that's just going to always be there too.
Walter. These are so pretty, these shots of the stars.
Yeah. Yeah, like all their B-roll.
Oh, did you switch it to the bananas for Browntown, by the way?
No, we were talking with the ladies, so I was like,
that was a high anxiety situation.
I can't run from it. If I cry it out or if I sob it out, I can cut it short. But when that wave comes, I cannot prevent it from affecting me.
Yeah, it's like Kody's never felt an emotion before. Of course, you should let it affect you. You've never experienced like grief before.
Well, you notice like actually him and David said the same thing. I'm glad you brought this up because I was going to bring up the same thing too. That like it's interesting for the men where they're like, you just have to like express it and feel it. And it's like, yeah, that is something that we need to teach people. Express your feelings. It's okay.
To express to men, especially.
Yeah.
Like, because men also don't talk to each other about their feelings or anything. Yeah, like let yourself cry. Crying feels good. You feel like almost like lightheaded afterwards. Okay, let's talk about everyone has an opinion about Garrison's picture here, his frame pic in the garage. People don't like it. One of the comments on, I'm not doing Kody and Robyn Instagram, so until this dies down a little bit, but one of them is like, oh, the only time Garrison's invited in your house is in an urn, or like, oh, you can't even put like his picture in the actual house, just like in real life. All fair points. But this picture, I personally don't mind it because I was seeing points being made about how this is Kody's workshop area and like Garrison liked to work with his hands, and maybe that's what it is. I feel like there is that kind of, that would make sense. That's why it's there. However, I also think there is a piece of that where Robyn's like, oh, not in the house, Kody. Right?
Yeah, like, oh, it can be really upsetting for the kids.
Yes, I think both are true. Maybe the latter more so. But what do you think? What's your opinion on it being in the garage?
I mean, I hope he has something else somewhere else. I just hope. Like, I have to make myself think that because I think it's really shitty. And there's like things like sitting in front of it and all that. It just doesn't seem like it's held in a prominence, but nothing really is in.
I think that the inside of the house might just be like a sacred area with no death or toxicity. Like that's maybe what I can see it being. That no space.
I don't know.
Should not be in the garage. Yeah, I mean, I think if they spent a lot of time in the garage together growing up, then I can see, yeah, that's a great spot for that. But like you said, there's shit in front of it. It just seems like an afterthought, knowing Kody and Robyn.
Yeah. I don't think she wants it in the house. Whether that's why it's there or not, I don't know. But I don't think she would want a huge poster of any of the Brown kids in the house.
And 100%. And this is the most recent house. So this isn't even like, oh, we're moving, we'll put it here until we move. This is where this is going to be now. This is their house.
I don't. Yeah. I think she didn't want him to have it in the house, period.
Yeah. Here. That's what period. All right, sorry.
After his military funeral, I left his ashes with a family member, and I went a couple months later and picked them up because I wanted to do, in a sense, a pilgrimage. I want to take you screaming.
I don't think your kids should have come with you. I don't think Robyn, certainly. Because Garrison, I'm sorry, but his last like featured episode was him when he's like bitching about Robyn. I don't think Garrison would have wanted Robyn on the pilgrimage to bury him. I just don't think. I know when we die, we probably do have full forgiveness and you are nothing but love. So hopefully he's fine with it. But like, I don't think, maybe it should have been a Kody and Garrison trip. Just my thoughts.
Instead of like, oh, we're taking a Wild West trip, guys. Oh, and then we'll bury Garrison.
I don't love that Dab Sark was there.
I know. I didn't want him going to Dab Sark.
I just don't know if that's really what Garrison would have liked.
And so I want to take him home. I want to put him in the ground next to his grandma and his grandpa.
When
and, just kind of finish the circle.
Nikki Foster says, or bring Hunter and Gabe. I mean, there's just no way that would have happened. But yeah, that would have been like great. But there's I don't think that was quoted as a possibility.
Yeah, and maybe this is the lead up to whatever it was that was at the funeral. Maybe it was that they were like, wait, you went on a family vacation and his ashes were in the back? What? Like,
What do you think? Do you think they're going to show us that? That would be like the best kept secret on TLC if they really did reveal that next week. Wow. Yeah, it looks like people in the comments at least don't think that we're horrible people for thinking this, and they're agreeing that maybe they shouldn't have been there. Yeah, Logan, this is all to shift focus back to Kody. Yeah, that's the thing is I was kind of loving my state of mind of maybe giving Kody some credence, but then watching him point out all his fucking signs from the one time he had a job, like it's just shouldn't you only be talking about Garrison on this? Shouldn't we only be talking about Garrison? Because the purpose of this trip is to bring him to his resting place, and that they're not even. I don't think they even mention him.
Maybe I think producers, cameramen, the purpose of these episodes is to also show us what Robyn's family is really like, and they're really fucking weird. Like we're finally seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Kody and Robyn, we're here to film. Oh no, all the other wives live in other states. We've already done all their stuff. So now it's your turn. So you actually have to work now.
We're going to come along.
Let us in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming.
We're film you're getting ice cream. Yeah, we're coming too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're at 23:37 and Robyn's about to do a voice.
Wyoming, and Garrison was our passenger.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, the baby.
Pictures of him.
So many new pictures we've never seen.
I was the first one that held him.
I was the
first.
Which
I hate.
Okay, bro. Weird flex.
Yeah, actually, Janelle was because she carried him for 9 months. So
that is
shut
so
your
right.
fucking mouth. Yeah, I'm sure you were because you were right down there at her vaginal opening, just like you were your daughter and everyone fucking else.
To shine. The whole pregnancy, I'm sure you were very non.
Yes, the baby's born. It's about Kody holding the baby for the first time.
Yeah, I'm holding him. I cut the cord. I saved him.
First. Like I feel like he's holding it like a kid sitting first.
Unbelievable.
Shotgun.
Because we know that he's not present for these pregnancies that are non-Robyn.
Oh, please.
All right. So let's see how much worse this gets.
This is my son. I rocked him to sleep.
As a baby.
Once. Yeah, name him. When?
Yeah.
This is part of my mourning process.
It's all about him. Yeah, you guys are right.
But sometimes out of the blue, it'll overcome me almost like some kind of anxiety attack.
And you know all about those living in that house.
A deep, overwhelming feeling that I'll never see him again. There's so much left unsaid. So much left undone.
Okay, I don't know if I'm buying his crying here, just knowing that these talking heads are now a year or 6 to 8 months later. I don't know if he's actually that emotional, because if he was, it seems like he would be making an effort with his kids, and he has not.
Again, I think all this so much left undone, so much left. I think it goes back to what Robyn said when she said that. But what she meant, which she followed up, I wrote down her quote somewhere, was what Garrison will be missing out on. Not
what he kind of accomplished.
So many things. Yeah, I never got to say I'm sorry. I never got to, tell him how I felt. It's wow, he's really going to miss out on some really cool things.
It is very interesting just how all of the other women were there. Mary can't even get her words out. Janelle also is getting choked up. Christine is just talking about how great he was and how we're going to miss him. And then we get to Kody, and it's just, I held to my mourning process. I have anxiety attacks.
Yeah. Yep.
And it could just be the editing that, you know, like RuPaul says, they can't edit stuff that you don't give us.
Yep.
Phoebe O'Hara.
Yep.
2231.
Oh, it's great. So
immediately, Ariel is a little bit annoying. We're at the big chill, the big lick, whatever it was. We're getting some ice cream. And yeah, like I'm right paused on Ariola walking and going, ice cream. And then focusing on a little girl, like stops in her tracks.
Oh, she's like,
Predator. Yeah.
Because this is the thing. Ariola is used to being the youngest one, the baby of the family. And meaning even just the baby, the infant, the preemie, basically, of the Aurora Brown family, of the Robyn Brown family. Yeah. So she's used to being that little blonde girl in there. So when she enters and she sees basically her competition, she has to go into, and she does it when they go into that salary where she's like, are you guys hiring? Like, we know what you're doing.
I forgot about all of this.
But it's such an act. It's so fake.
Yeah, but again, it also might be a survival method. It's got, I mean, you got to learn survival tactics to
it's fake and it's smarmy. And like, I know this kid. I know Ariola. I know her. Trust me.
All right.
She is used to being the little one, and she can't take it that there's a cuter, smaller, blonder thing in there.
What do you think about Solomon here? Because I feel like I'm seeing a lot of conversation online about how Solomon seems to kind of be not into this. Like he seems to be the next one out the door.
I think he gets probably pushed to the side quite a bit because of Ariola. Like she demands a lot of attention.
And he's not a manly man. So I think Kody's like, well, what used to be? I mean, he's in STEM, so he's smart. Kody does,
and he's not really similar to Dayton so much. Like it seems like they're kind of into. Like Dayton's so much older. And I had like a sibling. I had siblings that were, you know, much older too. Right. So it is like they're your sister, your brother, but you're not interacting as if they were like 2 years apart from you or something. Yeah. So I think he's probably just kind of quiet, does his own thing.
Which is time here. Yeah. All right. Here we go. And again, remember that Aurora and Brianna are in their 20s here as we enter this ice cream shop and act like it's
20s.
Like that.
Wait, Garrison was is Garrison older than the triplets? Remind me, he is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Triplets is Gabe and Garrison is older than Gabe.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're well into their 20s then.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm picturing my nieces and how they act, and it's like
I was like married at Aurora's age.
Yeah. They're not going into like little ice cream stores and watching reenactments with mommy and daddy being like, oh.
But yeah. When Kody says, I want to show you around to all these signs, Aurora seems like she genuinely is over the moon excited to that. She's like, okay. What?
Oh, so excited. We get to see signs that you know by yourself. Here, look. Wow. Signs.
He goes on and on. The way they edited him so dirty because they did that funny editing thing where it's like he's talking and then it like still talking.
Like someone's yawning, right?
When I came to see you in Wheaton and you drove me past whose house was it? And even then I was like
Belushi's.
Yeah, but Jim Belushi.
Well, both.
Belushi's.
Yeah, where they went to school. I was basically Kody with the signs.
Get ready for this house. You don't even know what's coming up.
And I was like, it doesn't look the same because they've recited and they've added a second story, but it doesn't matter because you and I know.
2209.
This year's different. This year's a lot different. Kody's from Lovell, but Kody, Wyoming is kind of the big town that has more places to stay. So we're staying in Kody, but the gravesite is in Lovell. Wyoming is where Kody's roots are. There where Garrison's roots are. The family, when they first kind of got started and stuff, a lot of their time was there.
Yeah,
and
before you came in and destroyed
time.
the family. I also don't like her. I don't like his name in her fucking mouth, in her motherfucking mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it out of your
Don't
mouth.
say his name. Yeah, no. Don't say it. 2139.
His dad's ranch is there. And so it's just kind of this place of home.
Okay. So I sold 2 of the coolest signs in this town. Like I sold probably 25.
What's the coolest sign in your town? Like, is that a thing?
Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but when I was searching to make, here we go, this week's cover.
The way I laughed at that, and then also I was like, this is also funny because Kody's also on the DL.
Oh, like, yeah, exactly. And we talked about this. Like, Kody should have gone into acting, singing, performing.
Yes, he should have. That he would have been.
He missed
I
his
think
calling.
Be emotionally stable there because he would always. Everyone would be swooning over him because he is talented enough to like be semi-successful in theater.
And the attention he would get from a crowd
girls,
cheering for him. Oh my God! But listen, to find that sign, it is only in 2 places. That's that famous sign.
The coolest
Seidel's
sign.
Battlery on their website, which was like a 20 by 30 little cell that I couldn't even do. And then this is from a photo a professional photographer took.
Oh, because I was going to say the photo's great.
So, and I had to like crop it out. So this is not
good
some
job on that.
crazy famous sign though. But what I'm saying is like, it's obscure. I couldn't even find it barely on the internet.
I just don't even know like if I've ever seen a sign I would remember as being the coolest sign in town.
Yeah, I don't
Like
think people are
Woolworth
going
sign.
to Kody, Wyoming being like, yeah, the gun show was sweet, but that fucking sign, man, that was sick.
He said, like, I sold probably 25, but 2 are the coolest ones. And this is where Brianna's making the face.
The only 2 signs you sold were here.
He said he sold probably 25.
Well, I guess we should all give it to him. Let all of us right now slow clap for Kody having a job once.
So he provided just a little.
One time.
Years before Robyn. Robyn was 12, probably, like Mary said.
Yeah.
Robyn was Ariola's age when Kody sold that sign. Just letting that sink in.
He got a well-earned paycheck once.
Right. And that paid for all the back, not taxes. They certainly aren't paying taxes.
It paid for all of Coyote Pass, apparently. Because
I think
Kody
it
paid more than anyone.
I feel like it was probably paying to turn, like, I feel like they were Browns were constantly paying the bills from 2 months ago. Okay, the late fees. They're like getting on top of those. Yes. 2705.
The slats in them, and he cut the wood, and he built these planter boxes that were
I
so
saw that.
pretty.
Oh, sorry. What's the timestamp?
2119.
Okay,
We are at the ice cream shoppy.
Okay, got it. Okay, I'm at 2117, so I went ahead a couple of seconds, but
Wyoming, Montana. This is signs that people put on their building. Basically, they're, hang your
We
shit.
know what store signs are, Kody.
So I did all the work that I could in this town.
this is a perfect explanation of how Kody's brain operates. Is I sold them the sign, thus I am responsible for all of their success in the past 30 years because I sold them the sign. What?
Yes, which Heather, thank you, Heather in the comments says we actually have a sign museum called the American Sign Museum. If you're ever in Cincinnati, I recommend it. It's actually really cool. Well, someone tell Seidel where to put his sign when he retires because
Aurora's head
famous.
would
We
blow
need it in a museum.
off if she went to that museum because she's loving this. Okay, 2106.
Close to home.
Oh, this is where I spied.
I wanted to go on a
the
date.
sand.
Our house was only 25 minutes from
Lie
Cody, so
down,
I'd
Bella.
spend the day
Don't go-
working here, and that way I could be home at a decent time. So I really hit this town hard. That's my sign right there.
Oh my god.
We're not seeing the neon flash, but
It's probably broken.
I'm pretty sure the word saddlery has red neon in front of it.
Oh,
He's pretty sure.
cool. Are you kidding me right now? Like, I don't care. No one cares. God.
Like, this would have been really weird if my dad was a sales guy, if he brought me around 20 years after he sold some medical equipment and showed me and be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this medical equipment, yeah, they bought it from me.
I was like, what kind of reaction do you want us to conjure up here? Because it's not going to be a naturally good one. So how much excitement do you want me to pretend to have right now?
This is where like Kody needs to have, dare I say, a woman in his life where like a normal wife would be like, honey, okay, it was like a little much. The kids aren't excited about a sign that you sold 20 years ago. But no one can do that.
No, I don't think
no
Robyn
one can tell him.
Nope. She has to act excited.
So everyone, including the kids, have to continue kissing his ass.
Yep.
This is crazy.
He sold that sign in April or May of 2000.
In April
25 years ago.
2000.
Cool.
That sign was made out of angle iron framing. So an angle iron is a piece of metal that's bent in half.
God, like even people that work in metal don't care about this.
Well, and what does that say that you can't say to your partner, Robyn? Like, honey, it's fine. You don't need to explain to us how the sign's made.
Oh. How about if she says, hey, Kody, probably not now. We're here to make a pilgrimage to take Garrison in the car still. Left him in the car.
But as Brooke said, Kody, Wyoming, Kody built this town.
Yeah.
If he didn't sell those signs, you think Coyote, Wyoming would be on the map?
Kody, Wyoming.
Well, with a C.
Yeah.
They knew that Cody's dad was going to take a liking to this town, but want to change the name a little bit.
It all goes back to his dad,
C.
doesn't it? It all goes back to in 2025.
Right. Inch on one side and an inch on the other side. I like bragging to my kids. Hey, look what I was part of. Side L's.
Cody built this city.
Flash, side L's.
He built this city on neon lights.
Look at the chump just in the middle. Look at this, everybody. Oh, man. I don't know if it's the bigness of it, but to me, it's the beauty of it, the eye candy. Then there's a neon band, and they make
Ariel picking.
box. And then inside are all kinds of guts. When I say guts, they use a gorgeous slashes across that.
This editing's so dirty.
Oozes class. Just beautiful. It's a piece of art in and of itself.
Like
Ariola's just throwing her body around on him too. Like someone needs to tell her she's not that little anymore. And I'm not saying this because her size. Like she's you're not five anymore. You can't walk around in public like that. People will look at you.
Well, remember when Isabel's birthday trip to the theme park and Aurora was like holding hands with Kody?
Yeah,
He's not her actual dad the entire time. Mouth kissing akimbo. 1940 left.
All right, so let's move on. Finally.
I like that. I like that. I don't like the sass, but she's at least speaking for the audience there. Like, shut up. She's the one that
I still to this day would not be able to say finally in front of my mom. My mom would smack me across the face now.
I would hurt my mom's feelings. Like that.
Yeah. And I was like, oh. No, that's not funny because that's how she acts when you're not around.
Yeah.
Not cute. No one thinks this is cute. Here we go.
It's fun to walk down it. So I'm walking down this town with my kids. And to me, it's nostalgic. Kody, oh my goodness.
This is insane that Kody thinks this is his town.
What happened here? So this man who basically looks like Win and Vagina Daddy, or Wilford Brimley, a Wilford Brimley-esque type. He's got this saddlery I assume that TLC went like scoping ahead to Kody and like
For
went into
sure.
different stores, and they're like, we don't want any part of this shit.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Kody. Oh, yeah, I remember him. He's got that show we've heard about.
The signs are an eyesore, by the way. Yeah. So this
it'll
guy
be
was
great marketing for your store. It'll be a little commercial.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess why not?
You look a lot different than the guy that I first met.
There's no effing way this guy remembers buying this sign from Kody. What a blip on his radar.
Yeah, they brought it up. He remembered and he was like, oh, God, yeah, he looks totally different. I wouldn't have remembered. Because who remembers the guy who sold? This is like saying the guy who sold you the white pages to like put your business in the phone book.
The guys that installed my washer and
25
dryer
years later.
Like, I don't remember the guys that were in my house hooking up my washer dryer. I couldn't pick them out of a crowd of two. Okay.
Tie and white short hair. So I owe so much to you two. Because that really, really cool sign kicked off my career in that industry.
Best money I ever spent.
Really?
Surely.
Paid for itself.
I mean, I guess, yeah, technically you got to have a sign. So I guess that is true. Kody didn't make the sign or anything. He just, sold.
I mean, I guess I should go find the founder of Dunkin' Donuts and thank them for my legacy of my model thighs. I mean, like, this is like really going, like, now I need to thank you because we launched.
Oh yeah, you
launched you into my career
in
this industry for a summer.
The reason that he said that, because you can tell he said that to set them up for them saying, we owe you a huge thank you, because he apologized. He goes, I owe you guys a huge thank you. And then they didn't say anything. He's like, oh, because it kicked off my career. They're like, okay. 1857.
It matters so much because it broke me into a career. And it also provided him something that he's still so proud of.
Oh my God, dude.
Like this run.
Something like that'll run about 15 to 20,000. But the one I'm working on over here, that one will be over 50.
$50,000.
$50,000.
How do you make these?
You got anything in about the $40-$45 range?
Oh, please. No, Kody, he just sat there for a second. Then you see him looking at Robyn like, investment. Because you know he
heard a high
wants
price.
now.
Oh, they're both perked. Like, how could we use this? How could we use this? Yes, investment.
Yep. And then Robyn shuttles little Areola in there. Be like, go ask him how it's made. It's going to be really cute to have a cute little girl. It's like, right, but she's not a little girl.
So
she's 9.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's very weird. She's acting. Like, send Lin-Manuel Miranda in. You might as well. Like, it comes off the same.
At least got talent.
You're too old to be acting this little.
Yeah.
They all start with something like this.
Ari was loving it.
Right
there, her nose in the middle of all of it. She loved it.
Yeah.
Are you hiring?
I'm always hiring.
Can I come here and work, Mom and Dad? She's probably picking up on a lot of the excitement and enthusiasm both Keith and I have about the experience that we shared together.
God.
Thank you for your family. Nice to see you all.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, bye.
One of the things that always cheers up Kody is his friends. Oh, look.
You know what else would cheer up Kody? His family, who are experiencing the same loss as him. But no, let's hang out with this fucking guy that works at the saddlery in Kody, Wyoming.
His friend.
Yeah, friend.
Weird. In the 19 seasons, we've never heard of Mr. Seidel, Cody's best friend.
This'll help Kody's grief, though, from losing his child to suicide less than a year ago.
I love that everyone in the comments is like, yeah, what's up with Areola? Like her little fake voice, like, are you hiring? How'd you make things sad? No, like
they need to be stopped. Alice and Robyn need to be stopped.
Yeah.
What's her original last name? What's Robyn's original last name? Sullivan. These Sullivans need to be stopped.
Yeah.
Okay. 1803.
Stagecoach. Let's see if we can ride.
Oh, look, let's pay more money to do a stupid little ride down the street in this.
Yeah, that no one's gonna.
I never got to ride on anything like that. You know why? Because it costs money.
Do you think they bring Garrison?
Always
Do you think they bring Garrison with them? They should be carrying Garrison through this whole thing, shouldn't they? I would think that since this is the purpose of the trip, this would be about Garrison in some way, but maybe I'm crazy. Oh, hi, Latrice.
Oh, don't worry. Their trip takes a turn for the worst soon.
Oh, I don't
We
remember.
get some real drama, some real nail-biting drama. Just wait. You'll remember.
What is this? What is this in the chat here that letting the day go by? It just said gifted 10 We Love to Hate Everything podcast memberships. What?
I don't think I'm there yet, babe.
Oh, it's this, but it's in green. Why is it in green?
Oh, because they're a member.
So what happened?
Look
So
at
you
the
gifted those to
days
who?
go by.
I didn't know this was a thing you could do. Oh, goodness gracious. Wow. Thank you.
You're ahead of me. Thank you. Oh, okay. I'll catch up to where you are.
All right. I'm about to pass out here. Okay, I'm at 1757.
Dad and heavy. Kody getting to see his friends.
Oh,
and
that's
us
so
getting to
nice.
meet
Thank
them
you, guys.
Is kind of like a sweet experience during such a kind of heavy trip.
Levi, walk.
Oh, Brianna's up front.
So I grew up in Lovell, Wyoming. That's about 1 hour from Kody, Wyoming. But Kody, Wyoming is my stomping ground. Kody, Wyoming was the town I always loved, the place I liked to chase girls. I grew up on a ranch. That was just
God, that picture of Kody makes it look like he was born in 1927.
Right. This is funny. Julia says the minute they left Mr. and Mrs. Seidel, we're like, who the hell were those people? It reminds me of the European Vacation. If you've ever seen that movie, Clark and the family go and they visit these people, then they leave and
no, who were that?
We're like, who the fuck were those? Yeah.
And it turns out
now I caught it.
You can gift memberships and then they get assigned to just 10 random people.
Oh, I love that.
Right? Didn't know that was a thing.
Learning
because we're bad at it.
Well, just me and my internet.
1720 left.
Breaking, when I was growing up on the ranch. But in Kody, Wyoming, cowboys are actually cool. This is a town where the spurs actually jingle.
Should we go to the drive-thru? Yeah, there's like tons and tons of history.
Go through the drive-thru.
I wanted our kids to kind of have roots there. And so that's why I was like, hey, we just need to start going back there once a year. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm sure that'll happen for sure.
Oh, because she wants to copy the actual Brown kids. Okay.
Well, this is why I actually believe that that's why Kody asked for that blanket back from Mary, because Robyn wanted Cody's old wrestling t-shirt quality. I think that Robyn was like, well, no, I was there.
So she can create the memories.
Yeah, it's sick. 1651.
Should we try and get tickets to this? After our stagecoach ride, the kids are like, can we stay and watch this Wild West show? I'm like, sure, this is...
People in the comments are getting the membership. I think if you guys go now really quickly and join as a free member to our Patreon, it'll get sent to a free member. So maybe go do that. Hey, there you go. Go check out our Patreon.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, gosh. My heart is filled.
The chat is lit today, so I'm trying to catch up to you guys. Wow.
Oh, okay. At 1642.
Iconic thing. I'm like, let's stay and watch it.
I can't believe we're still watching this. Okay.
Oh, because they're on vacation. This is a vacation.
Yeah. It's fun.
Okay, this is Brianna's weird expression on her face when it rains. She's like,
I'm seeing clouds gather a little bit. The wind kicks up. Lightning kicks up.
If it starts to get really ugly, we might have to pause the show. Just be prepared for that.
Stop.
Lucky we brought this for you because it's going to rain.
oh, mommy brought your raincoat, Ariel, as if she's 3.
I'm so really worried about afterwards.
Yeah, I'm already thinking of how I can manipulate the situation. I've got a bunch of backup plans. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
We're freaking out about rain.
Oh, is that what she's talking about? I thought she meant like the
Wild West town. Like this is just
this is not a storyline.
Yeah. This is the drama in Robyn's life. Mm.
I've seen him grieving. I've held space for him while he's grieving. We've grieved together. It doesn't ever.
I hate Robyn when she's cold. Again, this is such a bitch eating crackers thing, but that was her with her purse, just because we saw it all throughout Tony and McKelty's wedding, is how cold she is, just like really making a snack of it, really making a performance.
The rain's coming in, Kody.
Oh, Josh.
Look how good Areola is at her job, staring right in the fucking camera.
The number one rule of TV is don't look directly into the camera, please. Little Evie was doing that too. I noticed earlier.
I'm just saying, not big fans.
1544.
Really go away.
I mean, there's a lot of people already going up in here.
All right, Robyn, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Should we go sit in the car?
Everybody else is just piling under the deck.
Oh my God, you're all fine. It's rain.
It's rain.
Fuck.
I know.
Change a person.
Hi, fellow.
I just hope that he can find those healthy ways to grieve.
Well, because you and your kids certainly aren't. So, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit at all. Okay, here we are. We're in Wyoming, right? Yes, we're back with Kody and Robyn.
Today, Savannah and I are packing
Janelle.
up the apartment. She has decided to move to North Carolina and go to school at the local university. I had left a lot of the apartment daily living.
Oh, I gotta say, I'm so happy Savannah is going out like on her own to university, like find herself, like find whatever, because she's really taken on a lot throughout her whole life. She was always the kind of the youngest before she really like it just she always didn't really fit anywhere, especially in the age groups of all the kids, even though she's the same age as Brianna, which is weird.
Yeah, I do kind of feel bad for her though, because she is the youngest and she really is like tasked with taking care of mom, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
maybe it's just like I feel that because
person.
that's me too. Like you do have to like take care of them. And you know, like when she's like, you know, talk for me. And I don't think Janelle did anything wrong by any means.
Yeah, well,
but I
because
do think it's
Savannah's
great.
a good kid, and so Janelle's not asking her to parent her in a way. Janelle can take care of herself, but of course, Savannah's such a sweet girl, and had good reason. She was empathetic toward her mother.
Yeah,
it's a concept. 1447.
Oh, this is so hard to watch.
It's there for Savannah to keep dishes and stuff like that. So there's all that stuff to still pack up here.
Maddie's kind of drowning with all the stuff I'm bringing grocery-wise and stuff into the house. Yeah. She's trying to be a good sport about it. A lot of it could go into storage. Well, food, it can't. It's perishable.
You know,
Janelle, throw it away. Do not bring your food
all of it
from Flagstaff to North Carolina.
And she's like, it'll be fine, Mom, because we're going to be building our houses, right? We might as well save the money. So it is packed, and we're having to be very proactive about being sure that we pull our fair share, the dishes and the vacuuming and the laundry and all those things. So,
Savannah, have you seen the property yet? The farm property? Yeah, you went in Christmas time, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's really pretty out there. Okay, I can't remember. I just had Garrison and Gabriel went home early, so Gabriel has not seen the property. And Garrison.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Savannah is kind of cut from the same cloth that Maddie and I and my mom were. Like, we're pretty stoic. Like, our emotions run pretty deep, but we're not very big at expressing them publicly. But she wrote a post for social media that was really great. She's like, oh, every time I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I think about you, Garrett, because that was like a staple growing up at our house.
It's so nice.
So he's very present in our thoughts and our minds, but we're just not very demonstrative kind of people, really.
Okay, well, finish throwing these away. And then, yeah, we could. Should we do that after we go to Humane Society?
Yeah.
I'm so glad that they showed this storyline, because that was something truly wonderful that came out of this. And I think that Garrison, wherever he is, like he must be so happy that, can you imagine, like, that would fill my heart with so much joy if I knew that like 36 cats got adopted because of me. Go away, Bella.
And I think like as your kids get older too, that like Janelle now gets to take a step into Garrison's world that she never got to step into and kind of like know that side of Garrison that of course she always knows him, but like that side of him that she didn't really get to know. And like, who was he here? What did people know of him here?
Yeah.
And I just thought that was like such a unique thing.
It's something that it's people supporting him out of pure support. It's not people writing shitty things, albeit sometimes kind of funny, on Kody and Robyn's Instagram. It's just, how can we donate money in his name? What would make him happy? And all it did, it did nothing but help. It was just a fully positive thing that came out of this. 1256.
Go, because like, I mean, there were so many donations that poured in. It was crazy. We had so many people asking, where could they donate? Where could they donate in his memory? And we just said the Humane Society, because his cats were important to him. The first one he adopted, he called him Cathew, and he was like big 25-pound Tom cat. And then he adopted a small little female, Patches. And then just a few weeks before his death, he adopted Miss Buttons. In fact, they had enough that they sort of set aside a little area for him and dedicated it to him and his cat.
It's so sweet. He used to go and he used to be like, I'm going to go to the cat shelter. And we'd be like, don't get another cat.
Yeah,
and he would be like, guess what? I got a cat.
They had a service and it was too soon after Garrison's death. I knew I couldn't go. But I'm going to go over today and see the picture and talk to them.
I think I'm getting 2 kittens this week, by the way, for my father. But there was also a huge seizure up in northern Alberta of a whole bunch of dogs from like a hoarding situation, or maybe it was from the reservation, but like a whole bunch. So like all the rescue groups are like blowing up. So like I've been getting all these emails like, what would you take? What can you take? And I was like, just give me whatever. So yeah, there's gonna be another 1 or maybe 2 little foster animals for you guys to meet.
Do you get to name them?
No, I never renamed them. I almost renamed Miss Frizzle, and then she got adopted. I was about to rename her. Oh, I miss her so much. Okay. All right. I'm at 11. Oh, God. I just got a text message. Okay. Okay. I'm at 11:56.
Can you guys scoot down just a hair? We've had a fun day doing kind of seeing the sights and, and then all of a sudden rain came in and just started like raining on everything.
Stop laughing.
So we
ran in fucking rain. Who cares?
Dinner.
You giving out on me, sweetheart? We had a good day and we're all worn out. And the kids are like just tired. But a good
I'm not a parent, but is Areola too old to be laying on a lap during a restaurant in the middle of the day?
I never had my kids do that. I understand some kids need to do that, but I think she's too old for this. Yes.
Okay.
I think she's too old to be laying down on chairs. Like, I'm tired. You guys saw me who have younger ones now, but that was never an appropriate thing.
She's kind of getting into the double digits, isn't she?
No, you can sit up. You can sit up. Honey, we're doing our job right now. You know the house that we just bought?
Yeah.
That's because we're doing a job right now. So you need to sit up in your seat.
Yeah.
I know you're tired, but you're on vacation.
Yeah.
Vacation tired, you can still sit up at the table.
We're on vacation. Oh, and we're also burying your brother. Other than that, we're on vacation is really the main purpose.
Yeah, no, there's cameras here looking at you. Sit up. Sit up.
What do you think, Walter? All right, I'm at 11:24.
Did you guys know that Dad is actually sort of named after Buffalo Bill Kody?
Yeah, sort of would be the key word here.
Kody.
Yeah, so his last name was Kody.
Yeah. Kody, Wyoming was named after Buffalo Bill. My dad was a fan of Buffalo Bill. William Frederick Kody. So he named me Kody. He wanted to be different, so he used a K. He was a scout for the U.S. Army.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw something. I'm sure everyone knows this, but I found it out for the first time that Christine did an interview sometime or something saying that the reason that all her kids have weird spelling names and just weird names is because in the Celestial Kingdom it's easier for you to find them. It's just
for real.
Yeah, that's why.
What?
Yeah, that's what I read.
So, okay. So the way that in Christine's mind, this Mormon god or whoever she believes,
Everyone's wearing a name tag.
They got it all figured out, like from birth, the meaning of life, all that. Except the one thing they forgot was like, if someone shares a name with someone else, you're never going to be able to find them in the celestial afterlife. God.
I think everyone's walking around with a name tag.
Oh my God. Let me guess. God must have been a woman. Flighty dum dum.
Maybe I might be the only Amanada up there. Okay.
I had no idea.
Okay, I thought that was like old information.
No.
Okay. 10:51.
So you have to like sign in, like
is there like a sign in sheet?
Hayden, McKelty, Truly, Aspen. And they're like, oh no, Aspen is a city, ma'am. You can't pick them up in the afterlife.
Isabel,
like, no, it's why. And they're like, oh, you mean the girl? Okay, we'll bring her. We thought you were the city.
I didn't know this would enrage you so much, but but I mean, I think that's why Wynn called Kody with a K, to be fun, be different.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah,
are business partners with Sitting Bull, and they travel.
He was business partners. Cody's story.
And basically, he was a showman. He was an entertainer.
The greatest showman.
Like you. I think I'm sort of entertaining. I try to entertain you.
He's kind of crazy and wild, though, right?
He was I think
Solomon fully dissociated over there. He's like,
doesn't care. I really hope it's that he doesn't give a fuck and he just wants out.
I guarantee you that's what it is. If he's in STEM, that means that he's smart. So he's outsmarted these two years ago.
But it's the social aspect of things that we're worried about with Robyn's kids.
I think actually Saul probably does fine. Because I think he kind of
was socializing in that picture.
No, he doesn't. He's kind of leaned up against a wall.
But he's there. Exactly.
But that I mean, I would be like that in that same picture.
Okay.
At least he's in like a group.
Yeah. Are they all sleeping in the same hotel room here? Robyn and Kody have to get their own.
Oh no, we discussed this on our Patreon because we just did where Kody took his girls to Flagstaff to scope out the area, and we were like, oh, they were all sleeping in the same bed, and Kody and Robyn were being all cutesy with each other, and they looked over, and the girls.
Oh,
it's so fun to watch you two. Walter, you're fine. God.
Oh, Saul sleeping with his eyes open.
My life is so bad, Mom.
He was probably very charming, very entertaining, very friendly, and maybe a bit of a ladies' man.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming. I don't think I'm a ladies' man at all.
You see the look?
Why is that so funny?
He's like,
I'm not saying
What's that tongue thing?
What?
I don't know.
I didn't like that, Brianna.
I had 4 wives. That's all. I wasn't a ladies' man, and having 4 wives didn't make me a ladies' man.
No.
He did have 4 wives. I mean, like, most people would consider that ladies' man.
Yeah, but they're forgetting the part. They're forgetting the part where the lady has to like the man.
Yes, not just spraying
being a ladies' man is that ladies like the man.
I thought you were going to say they're forgetting about the fact that there's been a huge traumatic death in the family, and Robyn's laughing about whether or not Kody's a ladies' man.
Oh,
I thought maybe they forgot.
He's our passenger in the
car. Someone in the comments said, like, what? So is Garrison just like in the hot car now while in the rain?
I've been thinking that same thing. Like,
because
where's
in the car?
Like,
I think they should be walking around with it.
No, that's like heavy.
An urn?
Oh yeah. It like your all the ashes are like that's like a hefty amount.
Maybe let's come back in a few months and we'll take this family vacation then. Maybe this isn't the appropriate time for this.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Sunday we're going to the graveside funeral. So that's it.
That's it.
I
brought that
I feel
conversation to a screeching halt.
Service will be very sad.
Yeah, no shit, Robyn. I feel
Kind of
like
the point of the trip.
yeah, she'd rather not go. I think is what she's getting at here. I think it's really going to put a damper on this family vacation we're taking here.
Yeah,
trying to relay roots down.
I know it's bitter that we're laying him to rest, but it's also because we love him.
Yeah, we can tell.
Get her, Walter.
I mean, that day is about him.
Still can't muster up the tears there, even just imagining it. Even just imagining a sad thing.
Moving through our grief, because you need that time of mourning. And we're doing mourning things to respect and love the dead, to mourn, to own that pain. And we're doing happy things.
Okay, he is crying here. I do believe he's crying here.
And we're doing happy things so that we are moving on from mourning, so we can have faith in the hereafter and in our own futures and our own lives.
You know what I wanted to bring up last episode that I thought was an interesting nuance? There was a moment in last episode where Kody was doing a talking head and he was crying, and then the camera panned out to a 2-shot, and it showed that whole time Robyn had been sitting next to him and they were holding hands on the couch. And it made me wonder if they are just always on the couch with each other, which would almost make sense on why maybe they're both a little guarded, especially Kody. Like, I bet here Robyn's right next to him when he's crying here, so he's still having to kind of make sure that he's not being too nice about the OG-13. Or it was interesting. They chose to pan out, show Robyn for a second, didn't say anything, and then they just went back to the single.
Ew, has she always
like,
been
I wonder
there?
if she's always there. I mean, she's certainly in the room when her kids are on camera. Like, certainly.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's there for Kody too.
And then maybe that would help her cry more if she were next to Kody as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like she would turn it on for him, you know?
Mm-hmm. All right, 8:32.
Kid's not crying. I'm just saying it.
Kids aren't even thinking about it, to be honest, I don't think.
But Garrison's poster will always be in my garage. And I will always see it and wonder what was missed in the future that would have been. And it's a game of consciousness. You move with grief.
He's so
to
handsome.
make your blood sweet instead of bitter from the pain.
It's a big buffalo head right above them.
Yeah, it is.
All right. This last section, I think, is just the cat part. So that's nice.
This is sweet.
Very, very sweet. Hey, yeah, we're in Flagstaff. Can I put you down? Stinky boy, I love you so much.
Garrison was actually enrolled in his first semester of nursing school.
I didn't know that.
When
Did
he
you?
passed away.
No.
His
Nursing
students
school?
were looking for a way to memorialize him.
It's really sweet.
And all I could think about was the Humane Society where he adopted his cats, because it was a
Yeah.
big deal for him. And that snowballed. So like all of the Humane Societies in Flagstaff received donations from all over the world. It was amazing. I also heard that people were making donations at their local Humane Societies in his behalf. The outpouring was overwhelming. How can I help you today? Hi, I'm Janelle Brown. I'm here because I wanted to.
My brother, he passed away, and a whole bunch of people donated to here in his honor. We were wondering if we could see you guys put up a
She's
plaque.
great.
Yeah, wow. I couldn't have done
She's a
that.
great speaker. Yeah.
When I first walked in, I couldn't talk, and so I said, Savannah, you just gotta talk. You gotta talk for me. I'm really good until I have to speak about it.
Yeah.
I'm not really good, but I'm fine until I have to speak about it.
Hi. I'm Liz. Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Thanks.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Savannah.
Liz. Welcome. Well, I'm so grateful you're here, and I'm really excited to show you the room that we dedicated to Garrison. Just follow me.
She kind of looks like Amber Childers, Randall Emmett's first wife.
Oh, who is also in Yo.
She's in Yaw. Yes, she's in Yaw.
That's right.
Looks like her. All right, here we go. Liz.
Actually, it's so funny. A few weeks before Garrison passed away, he called me. He's like, he's like, Mom, I went to the adoption event, at the local pet store. Yeah. He said I came home with another cat.
The amount of times I've had this conversation with Daphne.
He really did love his cats, and he really did love his cats. So.
This is our cat adoption room, which we did name in Garrison's name, and we have a plaque to commemorate that.
So sweet.
Oh, Janelle.
That's to see your son's photo.
It was such a funny thing. He was in nursing school, and his class called and said, "Who can we donate to?" And I'm like, "I don't know, the Humane Society." Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it was fun because I think he ended up having most of his cats. I think several of his cats came from. Did they? I can't remember. Yeah.
Yes, all 3 came from High Country Humane.
She's having trouble getting the words too, you can tell.
I hope the plaque shares how grateful we are for the donations. Since his passing, $25,000 have been raised for High Country Humane for the cats.
That's wild.
So the room naming was one way we thought we could honor Garrison.
Thank you.
And we'll stay with this room and this shelter always in his name. Yeah. This is where we bring adopters to talk about cats they're interested, play with cats. So it's such an important space. It's our home base.
Oh, thanks for honoring him like that. I know he would be so... obviously, if he was here, we would not be having this conversation, but he would get a kick out of this, I think, because his cats were like they were kind of like his grounding thing. It's what kept him in a good place. So
I had this friend named Ben, I remember in college, and he worked at this restaurant. He said that there was a guy that worked at his restaurant, and he got the whole week off because his cat died, because the guy was about to hang himself, and he looked down at his cat and he was like, well, what if no one finds the cat? So when the cat when the cat died, his work was take all the time you need, because this something that is everyone was saying that in all the comments too, when it happened, that your cats is your pets, there are the most depressed times of your life, but you have to get out of bed. And I know it happens with kids too, but childless kids, you have to get out of bed. You have to feed these things. You have to be present, or you can't leave the earth, because what will happen to the animals? I think that has saved so many people from ending it. So nothing but good things around this here. Okay, here we go. 3:57 left.
Garrison was an unassuming guy. He was a normal 25-year-old guy. You know what I mean? If he were somehow able to observe this, I think he would get such a kick out of this. He would, for sure.
Garrison, I think, just liked to help the unfortunate. If you know anything about Garrison, he really loved to help people, and especially people that would have been looked over.
Truly.
That he had, to just be like, oh, I need to rescue that cat. Oh, I need that one too. Oh, I need another one. I just think is just the sweetest thing. They've all actually
landed with family.
Yeah, his siblings have taken them.
Yeah, that's so good.
So they're all in really good place.
My oldest brother, he took one of them, Patches, and he has 3 cats already. So now he's a 4 cat.
After 2, it's all the
Garrison
same.
had 3 cats. The first one he adopted, he called him Cathy. I think Cathy is just a prime example of Garrison's sense of humor. He's like, this is my son, Cathy. I'm like, okay.
I'm actually taking care of Cathy. Cathy was like a cold cat until you know him. I think that really put Garrison onto the adoption scene. I think that he liked how much Cathy opened up.
In addition to the room naming, we also
sponsored all of the cat
adoption fees in Garrison's name in March, and we did 36 cat adoptions in honor of Garrison, and that's that's a 20% increase for us, and we were so grateful, and we were able to talk about his story and share that in all of the bios for all of the kitties in March. So it was a really special month.
They were able to adopt out 36 cats because they could waive the fees for these people. What a tremendous.
And that means that that's 36 spaces for 36 more cats. The room naming thing was on my birthday, March 23rd. Okay, here we go. A couple more minutes left of this. Everyone's fine.
It's really touching to see people come together like that. And
Gabriel.
And honor someone that was really special.
People donated all over the world, all over the country, and had so many beautiful messages for you and your family. So everyone's really thinking about you and just really sending you so much love right now during this time.
Thank you. You know, the emotions are complex. I'm here, and I'm actually really present here.
They brought in a kitty.
Excited about all the good.
Dog.
Oh, the little puppies. Oh, little baby.
And then at the same time, I remember why.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to explain it. It's very confused. It's a very mix of emotions.
Here's Garrison returning home from military training. Hugging Janelle. Here's Kody throwing him into the water as some kind of a manly masculine contest.
I needed to come and see what the legacy is. One of those things that happen that's almost like a legacy. So I had to see it.
Oh my gosh, what the heck is this? What is this? What is this? Oh my gosh.
And the episode just ends on this plaque of Garrison that I put up on the screen. And then, again, the suicide hotline, which will run at the bottom here.
If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline or chat at 988lifeline.org. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was rough. That was rough for that time. Okay. But okay, we're good. I don't think do they have anything for next week? They don't. They haven't put it onto the back of this, but you can find the next time on probably Mrs. Kickstand or Danielle SC Realtor TikTok pages. They're everywhere. The TLC Facebook page. And it looks next week is going to be them gathering. The whole family will be there and they will be doing the actual. And the way they edited the thing is showing a very direct separation between the family and Dab Sark. I don't know if it's going to be actually that much in the episode, but they know.
Maybe we'll find out.
They know what they're doing.
Maybe we'll find out what happened. Hey, press that thumbs up, subscribe if you can. Again, I am so sorry, Amanda. Public apology to you for beginning of the show. Craziness. Thank you to Amy and Amanda from Little Miss Recap.
Yes,
thank you. All of you.
Yeah.
Thank you again for rolling with the punches. And I'll give you a little room tour, but just in case you didn't know, so those are American Girl dolls, and that is my podcasting playset. So
oh my God, that's so cute. That is so fun. I love that, Jody. That's amazing.
I'll show you all next week, but we love you guys. Amanda, I hope you feel better. We'll talk to you guys later. Do you want to you press it, or else I'll bring us back?
You guys are
my computer's not working.
And again, let's give an applause to the puppies. There's 4 of them in here, and they were good. Yay!
And to all of you, smash that like. We love you guys.
All right, bye, guys. We love you. You're all adults. Bye. Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a comment, and click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live.
Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast, that's patreon.com/trpod, and We Love to Hate TV, patreon.com/love to hate TV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.